What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Deer Hunting Camp. We're going to be going in pursuit of my first 200-inch whitetail today, as usual. Give me just 1 second, and we'll get started. Whoop, forgot to mute my phone. Sorry for the silence. There is no background music on the main screen, so excuse me, guys. All right. Let me just refresh this, guys. I'm sorry it's taking me a few minutes. Yeah, guys, school is back in session, so we may not have people joining us for the first little bit. Hopefully you guys still enjoy the gameplay, though. We'll hopefully get people in chat as the day goes on. All right. Let's go ahead and start a new campaign. I believe we're going to go to the mountains today. We'll do 2, 2, and 2. All right, let's head to the property and get our food plot started. Now, on mountains, for anybody who's going to be playing this game, on mountains, I prefer to use soybeans along with like the woods, because both of those maps are kind of smaller areas, and if you use wheat or corn, it kind of covers the area and you can't really see the deer as they're coming in. Plus, I just think they look prettier that way. Shouldn't be that long, it's just around the corner. Alright, here we are. Here's our little food plot. Let me get my map out so that way I can start going. And now all we gotta do is just keep going in circles until we get the whole area covered. The game does show you as you're finishing. If you look back at your field and see that it's mostly white and there isn't any dark areas, then you know you've covered the entire area. Although it's easier said than done because it is hard to tell in some areas, especially areas that's shaded like this area. It can be kind of difficult, so you might want to do a few extra runs just to make sure you've gotten everything. Also, if you are viewing this at a later time, then if you guys have a good time being here today, please make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button for me. We are trying to get to 500 subs as soon as possible so we can do super chats, memberships, and also hire some moderators for the channel. It shouldn't take too much longer. This is a small field after all. As you guys can see, the field is starting to get white. That is showing that we are getting completed. The only hard part is on this end, because you can't really tell if you've hit everything where this is grass in this area. Again, this is just where a few extra runs will come in handy, just to make sure that you've covered everything. I do believe that should be good. I'm going to try to get this area right up in here a little bit more, just to make sure that I've covered all my bases on my area. It's a tree. Alright, that should have the field pretty well covered. So, all that's left now is just to put up my tree stand. And I always end up putting the stand in the same place. I just have to figure out the angle here. And there we go. I think I may have put my stand on the wrong angle, though. Give me 1 second. Maybe it's just like directly on the front of the tree. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I do believe that will work. Alright, let's go ahead into the scouting stage so we can get our, figure out where our trails are going to be and put out our trail cameras. This might take a few seconds, guys. This is the longest loading time. It is a smaller map, so it shouldn't take too long, but once you create your food plot, the map does take a minute to finalize everything. Once this gets done loading, though, the rest of the time it should just fly by. Okay, so there's one of our deer trails, so we can already see one of them. It's really, really nice. Yeah, we'll go around the property a little bit and see what kind of deer trails, rubs, and scrapes we can find and whatnot, and then we'll start hunting. Any second now. So I can still use my binoculars, apparently. And look at the map. Yeah, okay, so the map is not going to show the trails right now. It'll show it whenever we come back. And for anybody that's wondering, my record on the game so far is 186. That is my biggest trophy buck I've killed so far is 186, so it's pushing 200. But it wasn't the 200 rack, unfortunately. Alright. Let's head on to the scouting stage. Let's figure out if we can find, let's go see if we can find some antlers. Try to find some trails to put trail cameras on. And then once we're satisfied with our placements, we'll start hunting. Alright. I think there's a shed right here. There is a shed right there. Well, that was an easy antler to find. That's already hanging on our barn. That's nice. Alright, let's see. Where are our trails? Oh, we got a good one this time. There's all kinds of trails. The game does randomize your trails and how many you have every time you restart a new campaign. So sometimes you'll get a bunch of them, and sometimes you'll get a few of them. Alright, we'll put our first trail camera on this one. We've got a scraper right there, I believe. Right there should be a pretty good one. Yeah, that'll work on my first trail camera. That should be a good placement. That way we can see what's down there in that bottom if I can't. Let's see, where's our next trail at? Our next trail is going to be coming across right over here. And close to the game's edge, so it doesn't want to let me drive. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, so here's our next trail. I believe I'll place this one where it's kind of looking this direction. That should be a good placement. Now you can't actually look at the trail cameras until, there's a doe. You can't actually look at the trail cameras until you start hunting. So we'll just place about maybe 2 more. Okay, right here's a trail. Actually, those are intercrossing trails there, actually. I don't know if I can go up this hill here or not. Okay, so I cannot. Let's see, this one goes that way. Which way does this go? So they only intertwine up here. But I'm afraid... That's an antler shed right there. I'll go ahead and grab it. Can I come up this way? No. If I can, it ain't letting me. I'm trying to figure out how I should set this one up. Because if I set one up right here, though I can see what's crossing, it wouldn't be for very long. Okay, so these two run parallel. Can I just put it like maybe down here? Right there should be alright. Okay. Just gotta keep on moving now. Let's see, where's our next trail at? I think that might be it, actually. Oh. About had roadkill. Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing any other game trails. And honestly, I think I might remove this one that's down here. Because I can usually see down into this bottom pretty well, and I've already got one camera that's actually looking at both trails, so I don't think I actually need this one. Yeah, we'll take this one down. And I think I have an idea for where our final one is going to go. I've been thinking about where to put another one, and I think that I'm going to put it back here where I can't see. Because this trail camera that we put is actually facing the other direction. And I like having one in this field, so... Let's see, where is the trail at? Do I want it on this trail? Okay, so it's right here. I want it a little bit further back. I believe that should be pretty alright. Alright, that should be good. I think we got enough trail cameras. Let's go ahead and get the hunt started. Again, guys, there is nobody talking to me in chat at the moment. I think I'm actually going to go with the crossbow. Because this area isn't very close range shooting. Sometimes they can end up underneath you, but honestly, most of the shots are like at least halfway across the field, so the crossbow does help a lot more in this level. We'll just take it about right here. Need my flashlight. There we go. And my tree stand should just be straight through here. Alright, there's the stand. Alright, all that's left now is to wait till morning, and hopefully we'll get us a deer today. And again, if you guys are enjoying your time being here today, please make sure you guys at least hit the like button for me. Hitting the like button is 50 shares across YouTube, so 50 chances for somebody else to find my channel. I really would appreciate your support. Can't see anything at the moment. We've got to wait for the sun to come out. Then once the sun comes out, we'll check our trail cameras if nothing's immediately around us. I think I might do crossbow this opening morning, and then do compound bow the next morning because I really do enjoy the compound bow. I like it more than the crossbow. So yeah, I probably will go back to the compound. I was just trying to think about long range shooting, but honestly, that's just part of the challenge. It is starting to get a little bit more daylight though. Ignore my dog in the background, guys. She heard a noise and she don't like it. I'm going to refresh my screen, make sure I'm not missing out on anybody's chats if possible. What's up, Ghost? Hope you're doing well, man. Welcome to the chat, buddy. Alright, let's see if we have anything on our trail cameras. Don't got nothing on that one. Just looks like an empty, slow morning so far. Oh, wait. I hear one on this one. There's one. There's a deer out there. Can't see what he is right now, though. He's going to come out in any minute now, though. Can't tell. He's back there behind that tree. I think he's actually walking the other direction, too. Okay, that is a buck. Oh, that's a nice buck. Oh, it's a big buck. Oh, that's a beautiful buck. Well, hopefully he works his way to us. I'm going to return back to my field. So we know we got a trophy buck out there. At least we do know that we have a trophy. What's this guy? A little one. So he ain't nothing we're interested in. But yeah, man, I hope you're doing well. What are you? I think that's a generic 8, the way he looks. Yeah, that's the generic 8-pointer. So he's a good last resort buck. If we start to run out of time today. This little Forky looks like he's going over there to say hi to the 8-pointer. What's up, bro? There's a doe coming in over here. 2 does, actually, I think. Yep, got 2 little nannies over here. I just now realized we actually have a trail going right through the edge of our properties. That's really, really good. I thought it stopped over here on the other side of the road, but it actually goes all the way across our field. It's going to be really good for gun season. I don't think the crossbow can make that shot. I've never really attempted it. There's that 8-point. I know one thing, this game sure does make you spin in circles. You never know what's around you, so you gotta keep on spinning. I think that might be the big guy actually out there. I can't tell if that's him or not. I know that's a buck. No, that's a porky. Okay, through the woods, you look bigger than what he was. See if we can find that monster on this trail camera. This one's showing red. Or one of them is, at least. Okay, so there's that little forky that we just looked at. What's up, Racing? Hope you're doing well, man. Welcome to the chat, buddy. What do you suggest going to use for turkey season? My usual loadout is just a 12 gauge and a seat to sit on the ground. Because I use my own throat to call in turkeys. I do have a slate caller with me usually, but I don't normally use it unless I absolutely have to. I have a gifted talent where I can actually call turkeys with my voice. So I only use the slate if there's a gobbler it's like over 70 yards from me. I'll kind of use the slate caller early in the morning as a way just to try to see if I can locate any gobblers. But as long as one sounds like he's within 100 yards of me, usually they can hear my voice. Yeah, I just use the 12 gauge auto and a chair. It's pretty much all I take with me. Just sit up against the tree that my body fits on. Yeah, what you up to, Racing? You do anything fun, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Also, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit the like button for me. That'll let other people know that I'm live, and it also gives us chances for new people to join. We do have one trophy buck in here. We did see it at the start of our hunting day today. I don't know where he is, but he is a monster. He was on the other side of the property, though. So if I open this up, over there where number 1 is, that's where he was this morning, and he looked like he was heading towards number 3, but we haven't seen him since. But we do have a big buck in here somewhere. So hopefully he'll pay us a visit. But it's never a guarantee, though. Just because you see one on the trail camera doesn't mean you'll ever see one during the day. It's my TV back there. I usually like to park. I might need to park it a little bit up higher. But that shouldn't bother anything. This is what I love about this game. It's just so realistic. You have to have just as much patience watching as you do for acting reaction. There's the big boy. Your friend lost his dog. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry, the big guy just showed up. we got the trophy buck come in. I don't know if he's gonna give us a bow shot or not. I'm gonna get the grunt collar just in case he decides to try to pass us up. But how'd your friend lose his dog? Did he just pass away due to old age, or did he get killed somehow? Well, I don't know if he's gonna come back around or not, but I couldn't make that shot. That would have been good for a rifle, but for a crossbow or archery, that was not going to work. So what I love about this game, though, you never know what the deer are going to do. That was a nice buck, though. Hopefully he comes back. That's the one we saw earlier. I don't want to call too much, though. Okay, there's the big guy. He's coming back. He's at least coming this way. I think you're saying that a guy that was driving 50 miles an hour and hit the dog? Is that what you're trying to say? No, come back this way. Darn it, man. Still got plenty of time to kill him, though. We're not even halfway through the morning, so we're just kind of letting him do his own thing. Hopefully he'll work his way into bow range. Yeah, that's rough, man. I'm sorry that your friend lost his dog. What's up, Karsten? Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. We have one trophy buck that's showed up on us, and he's just been kind of doing laps around the stand, but won't come close enough for a bow shot. We do have the crossbow with us, so I do have a little bit more range than usual, but I don't want to take a risky shot on a trophy. But yeah, he has been showing up every so often. I think he's a 12, but I'm not entirely sure. He just hasn't made his way into the field yet. Yeah, man, welcome. Let's see, anything else on our trail cams? Nothing on that one. Nothing on 2. There's something there on 3 on the left-hand side, but I can't tell what it is. What's up, Zia? Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. I appreciate it. You're in a combine, Karsten? Nice, nice. Hope you all are having a good day today. Also, guys, don't forget to hit like button for me. It's a great help to the channel. Oh, here's the big boy. Guys, here's the big one. He decided to come in. Oh, he's a monster. That should be good. I think he just went down. I think he just went down. What's up, Raven? Thank you, Carson. I appreciate it. Yeah, we got him, guys. We got the trophy. Let's go. Oh, he's a monster. What's up, brother? How you doing? Oh, my goodness. That's a beast. That is a beast of a whitetail buck. Let's go. I'm taking you with me. You're coming with me, buddy. You're coming with me, my friend. Oh, man. Yeah, Raven, you're coming at a great time, buddy. Look what we're dragging out of the woods. Come on, big boy. Got to get him to my stand. Guys, this is what I recommend anybody doing if you're playing this game. Open up your map when you're dragging the deer, because it'll show you where you are. Because when you go to drag a buck, you can get lost easily. You can't turn around to see where you're going, so I recommend just dragging them by using the map. He's a beast. Yeah, he's a huge whitetail, man. He's a huge whitetail buck. He might be my new record. My record is 186, and I'm looking for a 200 scoring buck. Because those are the biggest ones in the game right now, are bucks that go over 200. So I'm hoping this might be one. Hang on a second. Oh, I thought that's his ear. Okay, for a minute there, I thought he had a point on the back side of his antler, and I'd never seen that before, but just his ear. Alright, we got him to the corner of the field. Let's go get the car, guys. I know where he's at. Oh, that's a big boy. All right, Carson. I'll see you later, man. Hope you have a good day. Oh, that was such a good buck, man. That's such a good buck. That is a very good way to start my day. That is a very, very good way to start the hunt today. There he is, guys. That's a huge buddy. That is a huge trophy buck. Let's go. Yeah, man, I'm hoping it is 200. If it is, that's my new record, and it's also my first 200 in the game. Like I said, my biggest one before this was 186. And if this is in fact a 200, I'm gonna be clipping it and doing it as a short later. All right, let's see what he scores, guys. Opening day of bow season. Did I just set my new PB? No, he's only on 170. A buck like that is only on 170? Seriously? He's on 169. Wow. Okay, so he's like 20 points. He's like 10, like 11 points off my biggest. But still, I'm happy with him. I'm very, very happy with him. Let's get on to the next day. I think I'm going to take the compound this time and do another morning hunt. Yeah, that's surprising. He's only a 169. I thought for sure that he'd make a 200. But I guess the 200 is just absolutely enormous. Yeah, he still didn't beat my record. In case you guys are wondering which one my record is, if you go back and look at my short that did really good, the one that says Think Fast, I believe that he was my 180, if I'm not mistaken. It was either him or it was that's another trophy buck. Well, there was another trophy. Guys, I think we got like a well, I think we this is going really well. That's another trophy buck that I know that's in the area now. Let's get up here and wait for morning. Thank you, Raven. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I thought he would be at least in the 170s and 180s range, but he wasn't even 170. Make sure I got the compound. I wanted to do the crossbow the first morning, then do the compound the next morning, so that's what we did. I like using the compound bow more than the crossbow, but for certain fields, it's better to have the crossbow because it gives you just that little bit more distance. But I mean, honestly, I don't really like using a bow and arrow unless the deer's like right next to me anyways. And also, guys, if any of you guys play deer hunting camp, the three biggest tips that I can give you guys is definitely hunt over the fields. Restart your campaign if you don't have any trails that are around your fields, at least around them. Because I opened up if you guys go to PSR Woods, there's two different fields in that map, and on the far left hand side of the map is the field that I don't normally hunt because I just don't care too much for that one, so I don't put like any food or anything in it. But let's say that you opened up your new campaign and all the trails are going to that field. And there's like nothing around the bottom field. If you guys notice that happening, just delete your campaign and start again. Wait for a time like this where you have trails that are at least around your zone. It doesn't have to go through it. It doesn't even have to be like right on it. But you have to have at least a trail or two at least around your food plot. If there's nothing around your food plot, guys, then at that point either hunt the trails or just start a new campaign so that way you get animals coming into your food plots more often. And then if you're bow hunting, don't try any long shots, guys, because there's a lot of drop to the bullets and the arrows in this game. So make sure the deer are like obviously within range. And then the only other thing I can really tell you guys is don't overcall. I don't call at all, even during the rut, unless it's just been empty for like 5 minutes in IRL. Then I might call two or three times just surrounding myself. But the only times I really call is if I see a buck that I'm wanting to shoot and he's not coming my direction. I'll probably call at him about 2 to 3 times, and if he does not respond, then I just let him go. Because, as you guys saw in that last hunt, they do circle back around sometimes. Awesome, Carl. I'm glad to see you made it to the stream. Glad to see you're feeling good, too. I'm doing pretty good myself today. But yeah, guys, if you guys did not catch my last update on the post section, we've already, like I told you guys, we had to hit at least 3,000 watch hours before the end of the year. Guys, within the last week, we went from 1,600 watch hours all the way to 4,000. So I don't know where that growth came from. Apparently, a lot of my playthroughs had a spike in views, and a lot of people stayed around to watch like The Last of Us Part 2 again and stuff. And that really helped out. And now all we have to worry about is getting to 500. When we get to 500 subs, guys, I believe I can start memberships and super chats and everything immediately. So hopefully we get there soon. You found a deer shed when you was checking your coon traps? That's still really cool, man. That's actually really cool. I've not found one on my own. I've never actually found a deer shed. I've had other people in my family find one, but I've never been lucky enough to just stumble across one. I've had my dad bring me back some whenever he's went to put his tree stands out and stuff, and I've had my friends like send me text messages and be like, "Look what I found." But I've never been lucky enough myself to actually come across one. $30 more until 500. Let's go. Hang on, 30 more? I think you're off there, man. I think you're off with that one. Give me a second. Because it would be at 470. Yeah, no, we like about another 61. We need 61 more people. Because right now we're just at 439. Alright, guys, let's check the trail cameras, see if we can find anything cool on them. Alright, so there's nothing on this one. Let's go to the second one. Yes, guys, I'm actually using trail cameras now. It gives you something a little bit extra to do when you're waiting. And it can show you, sometimes you can get like trophy animals that you didn't know was there. There's a doe traveling down the way down back there. There's a generic 8-pointer. I think. Yeah, it's an 8-point. Well, nothing too impressive, but at least I have a last resort buck on the trail camera. We do know we have a trophy in the area if I didn't spook him off the property. We did see one at the start of the day today when we were driving in. He was a really big, heavy-set buck. But I don't know if I scared him off the property or if he just went somewhere else. Hopefully he'll come back. You're terrible at math, apparently. It's okay, man. Yeah, we're just at 440. So, we're about 61 subscribers shy. Yeah, guys, we're probably just going to play this game this week, by the way. I'm kind of burnt out on Call of the Wild just a little bit. So, but I'm really, really enjoying my time on this game, guys. I've been playing it even off stream because it's just such a fun game. I love how realistic it is. So we probably do this on Friday as well, guys. Just letting you all know. I probably will be doing more deer hunting camp on Friday as well. And then next week we'll return to Call of the Wild. Unless you guys just love this game. If you guys are loving this game, we'll just keep doing this one. Okay, something's underneath me. What are you? There's a deer right under my stand. Where are you? It's a doe. Okay. How you doing, sweetheart? You got a boyfriend with you? I know it ain't the rut just yet, but you never know. You guys could be soulmates. Let's run through my trail cameras again. Yeah, I appreciate it, Raven. I really hope I do, man. Like I said, my dream is to be 100,000 on this channel. If I could ever make this into my living, guys, I would love it. Just doing nothing but deer hunting and fishing content and then doing some playthroughs on the side for you all. That's my dream. And hopefully I'll get to accomplish it one day. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the Resident Evil. If you guys are able to watch that, hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Like I said, it'll be the only one that will not have my voice in it, guys. So, next month, whenever we do Resident Evil 3, and then for all the other months, it will include my voice, because I've never played those games. The only Resident Evil that I'm going to be playing that I never touched was Resident Evil, excuse me. The only game that I have beaten is Resident Evil 2. 3, 4, 7, and 8 I have never played or beat. But I'm going to beat them because I really want to play the Resident Evil series. Dude, where's the trophy, man? We got a lot of Forkies coming around here right now, but I don't see the big boy. We did have a really big buck that we spooked at the start of this day. So I'm gonna have to hang out and give him as much time as I can. That guy right there is the one I'm hoping we take at the end, though, guys. By the way, if any of you guys are getting to where it's like a quarter of time left, so like at the session timer, in case you guys are wondering when I finally just shoot a deer, it's right when there's like a quarter of time left. So whenever it passes up the R, and it's like between the R and the end of the time, that's whenever I'll just shoot anything. Just to make sure you don't go home empty-handed. So even if there's a trophy buck in your area, guys, if it does get past the letter R in timer, just go ahead and just shoot the next buck that comes in. So that way, at least you'll have something counting for the day. But I do recommend hunting all the way until that point, because I've had trophy bucks show up that I didn't even know existed. I have all kinds of deer underneath me right now. I don't see them, but I heard them. That's another buck. That's another 8-point. Yeah, that's a different 8-pointer there. That's a forky. You love this game personally too. I haven't played it, but I enjoy watching you play it. Oh, I appreciate it, Zero. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, this is definitely, guys. I know that I'm a big Call of the Wild fan. Okay, I still love Call of the Wild, but these games are the ones that I grew up with. Are games like this, where it's simulating hunting instead of it playing hunting, where you're going around and just shooting things during their drink zones and stuff. It's literally games like this, like Deer Hunter 4, Deer Hunter 5, where you just set up on a field and just watch the field all day. Or you go to a water zone and hope that something comes in and drinks. I mean, like, those are my favorite ones. Is the ones where they don't have a set time, where the animals act completely random. They do actions, like they do lay down, they do sleep, they do drink, they do eat, but they don't have like a dedicated time. And I love that because it makes it to where the animals seem like they have more of a personality, and it makes them seem less like a video game and more like real life. And these games, guys, will easily steal my favorite. Like a game like this can easily become my favorite hunting game very quick. Um, like I said, I think the only thing keeping it from being my favorite hunting game right now is the fact that I haven't played it a whole lot, and the fact that there hasn't been that many antlers given to the game. The antlers have several different sizes they can come in, so it is randomized. It's just that the guy said that non-typicals and rare animals have not been introduced to the game just yet, but they are coming. He said that they are going to be like world record animals and stuff like that on this game. So it's like multiple points, ginormous antlers, maybe more species. I don't know. But yeah, it sounds like that the guy has a lot of plans for the future for this game, and if he's really going to follow through with them, and it's sometime soon, guys, you may see me playing this game more than Call of the Wild because I love this style of hunting game. I really do. Anything that's simulating real life will steal my heart a lot quicker than just a generic shoot 'em up. But I do still love Call of the Wild, and it won't go anywhere. I just might reduce how much I play it. Come on, where's that big boy at? I know we had him come in. Also, guys, here's another tip for you. If you guys have a bunch of deer in your field, like I have right now, where it's like there's like several different deer around you, do not do your caller. You can maybe call once, maybe twice if it's been a long time. But the problem with calling when you have animals around you is that if let's say that I called this direction, that buck right there might think that I'm trying to call him in. And if he responds to the caller and comes down here and then runs away, he may never come back. And I've also learned that the more animals that you have in your field, the more that other animals will be attracted to it. As you can see, there's still more animals showing up. So, like I said, the best thing to do is just let nature take its course and only call if there's a buck that's in the area that you're wanting to attract in. Sorry, guys, I'm getting tongue tied today. But yeah, if there's a buck that's like in the distance, and he's just kind of walking his own direction and won't come to you, then maybe try about 2 or 3 times at him. If his head comes up and stares at you, you know it's worked. Just stop calling at that point. Usually they'll come to you. But if he continues to just walk the same direction, just let him go. Like I said, as you saw in the last hunt, guys, they will turn around and come back to you in time most of the time. But there has been some days where I'll just see a monster and just never see him again. So, and that's just another reason why I love this game. You never know what's going to happen. By the way, you have a PlayStation. I just have no PlayStation Plus. I only have Xbox Live under Xbox because that's my main console. That's totally fine, man. I mean, like I said, if you just wanted to buy like maybe a month, maybe a membership for PlayStation at the end of the month so you can play with us on stream, you can. I do have some subscribers that do that, where it's like the only reason they get PlayStation Plus is to get Essentials, for like the end of the month, so that way they can play with me on live stream. But again, you don't have to do that, man. And this game, the only thing you would have to have Essentials for is to buy this game if you want to play it on PlayStation. But I think it's available on Xbox too. I think this game is available on all platforms. That's a nice 8 point. But we still got plenty of time for the monster to show up, so I'm going to hold off on him. But that guy right there is my target right now. If he comes back around after the thing gets past the R, then I'll shoot him. I don't normally like to take forkies, little 4-pointers like this guy. I don't normally like to shoot them. But again, though, if I am running out of time, that will be a deer I'll shoot. I have shot them before just to make sure I go home with something. Is that a forky? I think it is. Yeah, he's not big enough to where I can see him on the other side of the tree, so that's a little guy. Yeah, he's forky. Yeah, I don't know where the big buck is. I may have scared him off the property, sadly. If you do get too close to an animal with the car, guys, and it takes off running, sometimes that does spook them enough to where they'll leave the property. But sometimes they also come back. I'm going to go ahead and check the trail cameras, guys, see if there's anything on them. Nothing on 1. Nothing on 2. I hear something on 3. I see something on 3 too over there, but I don't know. Can't tell exactly what it is. And this is looking at 2 trails at the same time, guys. Camera 3 is looking at an intercrossing trail. There's a buck out there in the distance, but I think it's a little one. I'm hearing something walking here, though. That's why I'm not leaving. Because there's something walking to the right side of the camera. Now it stopped. Yeah, I don't know what's on this camera. Hopefully it's the monster. Because I do know we got one really good buck in the area. I don't know if he's still on the property or not. Okay, that's a doe. Alright, so we don't got to worry about that one. It's that little guy. I'm having to resist the urge to do any kind of calling right now. What's up, buddy? If only you were a big boy. If you were a little bit bigger, I might give you an arrow, but need a little bit bigger size before I consider that. Alright, so here's an example, guys. There's no deer left in the field except for that one buck down there. But he's a forky anyway, so I don't really care if he spooks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 calls, guys. I'm going to do one towards the woods over here because that's where a lot of my deer are coming from, and there's also a trail here. And then I'm going to call once probably back that direction towards the other side of the property. So we're going to do one here. And then we'll do one more here. And that is probably all the calling I'm going to do. I don't know what this guy down here is. If this is the monster, I might call one more time. Because that would actually give us a deer to actually call at. I do know that was a buck. I just couldn't tell how big of a buck he was. He'll step back out here in a minute, probably. It's a doe underneath me. Well, that sounds good, Raven. Yeah, like I said, you don't have to have it, and you don't have to get Plus. If you're going to buy PlayStation, just get Essentials, man. Essentials allows you to play multiplayer. All that Plus and extra, and all that and Premium does is just gives you extra games in a catalog. And honestly, it's pretty expensive, so I wouldn't even bother with it. All you really need is just Essentials, and then get like a monthly subscription or weekly even. So for like whatever the fewest amount of days you can get, that's all you really need if you're wanting to play with us. But again, it isn't going to be until the end of the month. Can't tell what that buck is. He's going to be behind the trees on me. This deer down here, I think he's went back up the hill because I never saw him come back down. Yeah, I think he got behind those trees and then walked up that way. That's a couple of forkies down there. It's another forky below me. I'm giving all the time in the world I can to this trophy buck, guys. Again, it is like real life. You just gotta have to be patient. Hope that the big one walks in. Call very infrequently. That guy's wanting to make it over to the field. Here comes another little forky out of the woods. Little doe down there. Another forky. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know if that big one is still in the property or not. I'm thinking I may have scared him off the property. He will come back another day during the season, though. Any trophy bucks that you guys see, they will come back throughout the season. It all just depends on like if they're going to be here during the evenings or during the mornings. I always recommend, guys, if you do a morning hunt and you see a lot of animals, do another morning hunt and just keep doing mornings. And then if you have a day where it's like you don't see hardly anything, maybe switch morning hunts. I'll just make everything morning. Plus, I like watching the sunrise. I actually do like that about the game, coming in during the dark and watching it get daylight. It just makes it feel a little bit more realistic that way, but still. Evening hunt's cool too, because you get to see it become nighttime if you're running out of time. Hopefully this isn't very boring for you guys. I do know that I'm just sitting here waiting. But hopefully you guys enjoy this. Hopefully you guys enjoy the tension of not knowing when something big might show up. Or wondering if I'm gonna end up getting out with something big anyways. I just love that the stream started with a monster. I love that. I love how the very first hunt of the day was a very big buck. I love that to death. That was so good. But we are slowly running out of time for this day. Slowly. We still got plenty of time for the big boy to show up, but so far it looks like I might have to shoot a smaller deer. Like I said, I'm going to give it until it gets to the R, and till a little bit past the R in timer. And if it's if the white bar is getting a little bit low, we'll just have to shoot whatever's around us, just to make sure we go home with something. There's a deer down there. I think that's that 8-pointer, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's that little 8. No, that's a forky. Okay, never mind. He looked like an 8-pointer through the woods. Check trail cameras again. There's that forky on that camera. Nothing on this trail. And there ain't nothing on that trail. I'm gonna put it back on camera 3 because that's what I've seen most deer on. Oh wait, hold up. What do we got over there? Okay, that's the 8-pointer. Okay, so the 8-pointer is still in the property at least. So at least we know that the 8-point's still hanging around. Again, he is our last resort buck, guys. So he'll be the one that I'll shoot if he happens to be in the field as we're running out of time. But we do know for a fact that there's a big deer here. I just don't know if he's on the property. I know I keep saying that. Sorry, I'm repeating myself, guys. I'm just kind of locked in, and I'm just kind of saying the same things over and over again, so just overlook me. Yeah, guys, if you're having a good time watching this my game today, make sure you guys hit the like button for me. It shows me that you guys want to see more of it, and it also helps other people find the channel. Also, make sure you guys subscribe, because as soon as we hit 500, we're going to be doing super chats, memberships, moderators, and all kinds of good stuff. So I appreciate all your all's help. We're going to go ahead and do another couple of calls, guys. There is a doe in the field, but she's about the only thing. But this time, guys, we're going to switch it up. So instead of going in front of us and to the right side, we're actually going to go to the left side and behind us. There we go. And that's all we're going to do for now. Well, hang on. We got a deer on the camera. That's just a doe. The camera icon does turn red whenever something is on one of them. So it must be camera 2 unless we missed it. Okay, I'm thinking we missed the deer because the camera was showing red. Yeah, I don't see anything on the cameras, so we must have missed it. He must have just walked by. The other night I was hunting on here and I closed the camera like that. Whenever I came back, there was a trophy buck staring me dead in the eye, and I didn't even know he was here. I was on a different map, but I was looking at my trail cameras, and whenever I put the camera away, there was a trophy buck standing on the other side of the property from me. It scared me to death. Didn't even know he existed. At 8 pointers are over there. Got several does, man. A bunch of does. Just hanging out underneath me. There's like, what's up, buddy? We're here for the party. Those two Forkies, man, they must be best friends because they've been following each other around like all day. Both those little 4 points, they've been around each other all day today. I'm hearing something behind me. It's another doe. Well, we got plenty of deer to choose from, though, so whether we take home a doe or a buck today, at least we know that we have some deer around us. Yeah, got two does. I was wondering what was underneath us. Come on, big boy. I know that there's a big one in the area. I just don't know if he's here. If you guys hear, like, a noise in the background, that's just me drinking a pop, so... If you guys hear any kind of like weird noises in the mic, you know that's just me drinking something. Alrighty. Just letting you all know, I believe that all of you guys are just chilling and watching. But there is nobody talking in chat at the moment, so if anybody's watching this at a time that it's no longer live, I just want to let you know that hopefully you're enjoying the gameplay. But there is currently nobody in chat, so that's the reason why we kind of got quiet. So hopefully the gameplay is still fun for you guys to watch, and I'll give general commentary during the time. Got two little 8 points down there. I really think, guys, now that it's getting close to the end of the day, I really think that we did scare off that trophy, unfortunately. This morning, whenever we jumped that big buck with the car, I'm pretty sure that we pushed him off the property and he's no longer with us. So, what I'm probably going to do is that if either one of those little 8-pointers come over here, guys, we're probably going to go ahead and let an arrow fly at them. So, there's two small 8-pointers. They're both down here in this valley. So, we're going to go ahead and call it one of them. Hoping to bring one of them over here. The other one was kind of up ahead of him a little bit. Yeah, there's the other one. Is that an 8-pointer or is that a bigger deer? Oh, that's a nice 8. Yeah, that's the bigger of the two of them. I have something on one of my cameras. Hang on a second. Okay, it's a little guy. Just going to run through all these one more time, guys. Just make sure that the trophy isn't on the property. Okay, so I don't see him anywhere. Hang on a second. Let's go and get this guy. That ought to work. That ought to bring him down. He's running a pretty decent little ways. I think I just saw him crash. But that'll work. Like I said, guys, it is now past the R. It's right at the R, really. And I haven't seen any sign of any big bucks. So during these times, guys, is whenever I would just go ahead and shoot the 8-pointers whenever they come in. Or if you don't have any 8-pointers, then wait until it's about another like halfway between where I have it now and the end. And then at that point, just shoot you a doe or whatever you can find. But I'm pretty sure that this guy just went down. There he is. Interesting way to fall. But yeah, Zero, I'm drinking L8. I am drinking an L8, sir. It's a Western Kentucky drink. It's like a ginger ale, is kind of what it's like. So, Ale8. Come on, buddy. You ain't no giant, but I'll take you. Gotta at least go home with something. Gotta have something to eat this evening. Get him on the road. There we go. Get you fixed up a little bit. There you go. Now you look better. Alrighty, let's go get the car, guys. Oh, there's a deer shed. I'll take that antler. Yeah, he really did face plant. Yeah, it's good, man. I've had Canada Dry too, and I will say that Canada Dry is a really good one. I still prefer L8 over top of it, but it's still really good though. Alright guys, another successful day. 2 successful days in a row. Unfortunately, we did scare off the trophy this morning. But again, he should be back one of the next couple of days. Whenever a deer jumps the property line on this game, it means you have a 50-50 chance of him coming back to the property. And it was getting late in the day, so I decided to go ahead and pop the next buck that came into the field. And luckily, he was an 8-pointer. I'd much rather have one of the small 8-pointers over top of a 4-point. Alright guys, the next hunt is the exciting ones. We're going on to the rut. Muzzleloader season during the rut, guys. So this is going to be one of our best opportunities at a trophy. There's no point me checking that guy. I know he's little. But let's get our muzzleloader and let's head back to the woods for a morning rut hunt. This is our biggest opportunity to get trophies, guys. You can actually call in animals pretty easily on this one. You just have to make sure they're within range, and you have to make sure to only call at them a couple of times. Again, if they don't respond to your callers, guys, just let them be. Give them about 3 calls at most. Call twice, give it a couple of seconds. If the deer doesn't seem to respond, then call 1 more time and then just leave it be. Right here should be close enough. Pull out my handy dandy flashlight. What's up, Rich? We're after my first 200 trophy monster on this game, man. 186 is my current record. I believe he was the buck that you guys saw in the short that said I'm think fast. I believe that he's my record animal. I got him on PSR Pines. But yeah, man, we're just now starting the rut. We got 1 trophy buck at the start of the stream. He was a 169. And then we got a smaller buck on our last hunting day. He was a small one. We ran out of time and had to just shoot the first thing that came to the field, and he was a little 8-point. But yeah, now we're back in the stand, and hopefully we'll get something big during the rut. But yeah, man, welcome. Glad to have you, buddy. Rich, you probably won't be able to see him, man. On this game, unfortunately, there is no trophy lodge just yet. All I can show you is just the plaque of where we had him, where he scored. But like I said, there is if you're wanting to see what my record buck is, he is on my deer hunting camp shorts playlist, and it's the one that says Think Fast. I believe that's him, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to find us some bucks chasing does today, and hopefully we'll be able to get that trophy that we spooked. But yeah, Rich, so we got a trophy at the start of the stream. The second buck was a small one. We did see another trophy, Rich, but we ended up spooking it off with a car as we were coming in that morning, and it never came back. So we were forced to take a little one, and now we're starting the rut. So hopefully we'll be able to get us a big buck out of the rut. Yeah, man, welcome. Make sure you hit the like button for me. That way more people find the channel today, hopefully. You're fine, Raven. I know you're still there, man. And I don't like flip out on this game like I do for great ones, but at the same time, I do get very excited for them. So if something big does show up, you'll know about it. And if I see something that's absolutely just jaw-droppingly huge, and I know it's a 200, then I might flip out a little bit. Now, guys, during the rut, unlike the other seasons, guys, I actually will call, but I only keep it to 2 calls, and I do it every 3 minutes IRL. So, it's only if there's nothing in the field. If there's only like a couple of does, or if there's nothing at all, just basically any kind of animals. If there's like 1 or 2 animals in the field, and that's about it, then you're still okay to call. But I like to let it sit for a little bit. So basically, I'll wait until the timer gets to the S, and once it's on the S, I'll call. I'll probably do about 1 call this direction, 1 call that direction, and then I'll stop. And then I'll wait until it's at the second S, or the third one. So you have SEES, and on that one, I'll call again. And then after that, I won't call again until it's on N, and then I won't call again until it's on M and timer. And then after that, I won't call until it's already past R and timer. So, I know it's a little bit fast for you all, but yeah, during the rut, I do a little bit more calling than I do on the other seasons. The other seasons, I don't call at all unless there's a buck that I see that I want to call it, that I'm trying to get to me. And again, it has to be walking the other direction. If you notice the buck that you're wanting is already coming to you, just let him do his thing. Because if you call at him, you can push him away if he's not interested. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate it. Yeah. The 200 scoring bucks are the biggest ones in the game right now. There will be a lot bigger deer coming to the game in the future, apparently. Some of them apparently are like world record sizes with like non-typical racks and stuff. So there are some monsters coming to the game, along with more maps, I'm sure. But yeah, for right now, bucks that score over 200 are the monsters, and they're always at different sizes. So even if you get the 200 rack, he may not score 200. Whenever I was watching Flinter play this game a couple of times, he got the 200 rack, but it was like it was like in the 190s. And then he got one that was like 180s, like really high 180 scoring. So, oh, whoa, what we got here? We got a buck. What are you, sir? Okay, so that's about the size, Rich. In case you're wondering, that's about the size of the last buck that we killed. Just a generic little 8-pointer. And then before him, double his size, and that's about the size we got at the start of the stream. Again, guys, I'm not going to make any shorts today unless it's something really huge or it ties on PB, or if it's something that's really cool that happens. All right, let's check the trail camera. See what else is here. Nothing. Nothing on this one. And we got zip on that one. Alrighty. That's fine. Well, no, we do got a deer on one of them because it's now showing red. It ain't that guy. Which camera is it? There is movement on one of them. At least it said there was. But I'm not seeing anything. No? I don't see nothing. I don't know. All right, guys, we are approaching the time to call. Again, I'm gonna let the white bar get to the S before I do anything. I want to give all the time I can to like the initial spawn animals that just kind of run in on their own time. And again, guys, only limit yourself to 2 calls. Call 2 different times and in different directions, and then let it be all the way until the third S. And then wait, and then after you do it again, call the other 2 directions that you didn't call originally. And then you want to wait until it's on the T. Or between the N and the T, really. And then after that, don't call again until it's on the E. And then for the rest of the day, guys, I would just shoot anything. Once it passes up the R, just whatever buck comes your way after you get past R, just shoot it. And that's the way I handle the rut, guys. And it seems to work really well. We have a bunch of deer coming in already, though. So whenever you get like a lot of deer like this, though, guys, sometimes I like to just not do any calling, because these does will have bucks that could be like far behind them, chasing them. And and if you call again, some deer actually get pushed away by the caller. So I might wait just a second or two before I actually rip it out. But I'm not seeing anything that it's like scaring me too much. Like I don't see any big bucks or anything. Got a little doe down there and a forky with her. Okay, that guy's making a scrape. That's pretty cool. Little doe. Yeah, I think there's too many deer here, guys, right now to be able to call. Again, if you're surrounded by animals, you don't want to call in one of them and then cause them to spook off. The more animals you have at your field, the more other animals will be attracted to that zone, especially during the rut. So right now, I'm not going to call. I'm too afraid I might spook something off. Plus, the deer can smell the does during the rut, guys. So if you have does in your field, just let them be your caller. Because if there's other bucks that are in the area, they can sometimes get attracted to the area just by the doe alone. What's up, Deegan? Welcome back to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Sitting here hoping to see a big buck today. That's a decent little 8. I don't think that's a trophy 8-pointer. But he is over there making scrapes. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a generic 8-point. So he's a good last resort buck. Alright, so now all we got in the field at this point, guys, is just a little forky. So I am going to go ahead and do my first calling of the day. I think I'm going to do it the same way last time. So I'm going to do one this way. And then I'm going to do one more this way. Come on, caller. There you are. And that's all I'm going to do, guys. That allows for there to be a small amount of attraction to the area without spooking off anything. You're grinding whitetail right now, Rich. I hope you wish you best of luck, man. If anything cool shows up, let me know about it. Hopefully you get a great one. There's that little 8-pointer coming back. Still very early in the morning, as you guys can see. Just waiting to see if a monster shows up today. We did have a monster that we know exists. We just have not seen him. That guy's going to go after that doe that just ran up through there. But in the game, our last day that we hunted, as we were coming into the stand, guys, we did spook off a trophy-sized buck, and he did not come back. So we do know we have a trophy in the area. I just don't know where he's at. What's this one? I think that's another generic 8-pointer, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's another 8. Yeah. Okay, that's just another generic. I have a lot of buck activity in here today, though. I love seeing it. We definitely have the bucks working this area. We just gotta hope that one of them is a trophy. Alright, let's check the trail cameras, guys. What's he? Hold up. I think this is another generic. Yeah, it's another generic. Sometimes these little 8-pointers look bigger than what they are. You got another fallow yesterday? Are you meaning a great one, Deegan? Did you get a great one fallow yesterday, or are you talking about a different trophy? I hear something on this one. There is something near this one. Mila, stop. Sorry, guys. My dog was licking herself, and it's annoying when she does it because it's like galoop, galoop, galoop. So let's hope you get a whitetail great one, Rich. Yeah, man. I hope you do. I'm gonna get off this trail camera. I can't see what was over there, and I want to keep an eye on my field. Yeah, Rich. I hope you do, man. That'd be amazing. I'll get back on the whitetail at some point, but Honestly, if I'm going to whitetail hunt, I think I'll do it on this game right now. I am loving this game too much at the moment. Now, guys, I did wait a little bit later this time to do my calling, so instead of calling again at the S, I'm going to call whenever it gets to the I. Like I said, I'll move one letter ahead if I know that I've waited longer originally. And then I called that way and this way or the first time, guys. So the next time I'm going to call behind me into the other side, because you don't really never know what's on the property or what's around you. So nice little doe coming in, honey. You got a buddy with you? You got a buck with you, baby? I don't see another one with you. Oh, that might be your honey. Generic 8-pointer, and then I have another generic buck down below. We got a lot of deer on the property right now. We just don't see any trophy bucks, unfortunately. Your dog does the same thing, yeah. Yeah, Mila likes to lick her paws, and we don't want her doing that because her paws they like change to a different color if she licks them too much, and also I don't know how to explain it. I can't really put it into words. There's it's not good for her, and we're trying our best to make it to where she knows not to do it. Keeping an eye on the timer, make sure that we're not calling too much. Dude, where's the trophies at, man? I know we have one buck that's a trophy that's at least in the area. I don't know if he's on the property right now, but he's at least in the area. Okay, the trail camera is red, so apparently we have something on one of them. Okay, so we got a little forky on this one. And then we got a little generic 8-pointer on the middle, and then back in the back we have another forky. So we got some activity on that one. This one has a deer on it somewhere. I can hear it, but it's walking away, so we'll just keep on going. And nothing on 2. I don't think I've seen a deer on 2 just yet, unfortunately. That's really cool, man. That's a cool view. A little forky walking around, and there's an 8-pointer making a scrape on the trail. That is so cool. I just love the attention to detail. I love watching the deer on this game. They're not as like advanced as like the deer animations on like Way of the Hunter, but at the same time though, it's extremely fun. The developers on this game has really knocked it out of the park. I love this game. Just the mystery of not knowing what's going to show up or when. I just love it. You're ready for August 31st? I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, we'll be doing another multiplayer stream at that time, buddy. Also, guys, for those of you who are interested in watching the Resident Evil playthrough that's currently releasing, the second video will be releasing tomorrow at the same time. So tomorrow at 5 p.m., you guys will get part 2. And then we'll be doing another deer hunting camp live stream on Friday, and then we'll return to Call of the Wild next week. Maybe. It just depends on how much I'm still loving this game, guys. Like I said, I haven't even played Call of the Wild since our last Call of the Wild stream because ever since I started playing this game, it's just stolen my heart. So, I mean, I've been playing this like all the time, even off stream. So, to be honest, we'll just have to see what next week holds. But it's been a nice change of pace from just going around a map shooting animals to where I'm doing this, where it feels like I'm actually hunting. But hopefully it's still just as entertaining for you guys to watch this game as it is Call of the Wild. Go ahead and call the other 2 directions. The timer is now on the O, so this shouldn't hurt nothing. Oh, big buck! Big buck! Big boy! Making his way in. We got a trophy, guys. He's right here. Come on. That is a monster. That is a monster buck. Coming right in here chasing after does. Where are you going? Let's go! Woo! I love it! Let's go! This is why I love this game, guys. This is what this game is all about. You never know when one of these big boys are going to walk out in front of you. Oh my goodness, I love it. Get over here, buddy. Let's go. Just come running in like that. I love that. Come on, buddy. You're all mine. Oh, congratulations, Deegan. Let's go, man. That's a great one. That's an awesome one. That's the one I have. That's actually the exact one I have, is the Blade Rack Mocha. Oh, that's a beautiful buck. Let's go. Guys, that is 3 days and $3 on a buck per day. Sadly, we've only been able to get 2 out of 3 as far as trophies are concerned, but I'll take it. I did not know that guy was going to come out of there. That was amazing. He just came in running after a doe. Alrighty. I love it. I love it. Immediately putting him on the back of my truck. Let's go. I don't think that's a 200 rack. I'm pretty sure it's like a 170s to 180s. I could be wrong. But yeah, the 200 rack I think is much thicker and a lot bigger. But I could be wrong. You never know. Alright, let's see what he scores, guys. Another trophy buck. 157. I knew he was going to be in the 160s and 180s range. Let's go. Day 3, we got another trophy. Let's get on to the next hunt in the rut, guys. Our last rut hunt. Love it. Now, guys, this game is repetitive about as far as like getting to your stands and stuff, but I mean everything else is not. I mean, every day is different. I mean, I could sit here for the next like 30 seconds and kill another trophy. Then again, we could be here for the next 20 minutes. So, you never know. Let's get up in the stand and hopefully have just as good luck today. Woo! I love it. Hello, doggy. You coming to say hi to your daddy? Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Like I said, the like button notifies my subscribers that I'm live, so if they haven't been notified, they'll get it in the news feed. Also, it also shares it 50 times through YouTube, so there's 50 chances per like button that gets hit, guys, for somebody to find the channel. So it's a big help. Also, subscribe if any of you guys are new and just lurking today and you're having a good time. Make sure you guys subscribe. We stream about 2 to 3 times a week, about 3 to 4 hours at a time. I really appreciate all your guys' help. And as soon as we hit 500 subs, we're doing memberships, super chats, moderators, getting a new Discord, and we're also going to be getting some new banners for the channel as well, guys. Go on, Mila. Go lay down. I know you've missed your daddy. He's been working every day, but you got to go lay down, babe. Starting to get a little daylight for us. You finally got your huddles completed, and do you remember your method for fallow? If I'm remembering correctly, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Deegan, but I think you said that you were only hunting like 6 to 10 zones, and that's about all you're hunting. Am I correct in saying that? I'm pretty sure that's what you said last time. It's like very few deer that you were shooting. But man, I bet that took ages to get your herd management down to that much bucks. To finally get all of them to be like tiny ones, just where you just have like single digit deer, or like really low double digits. That'll take forever, man. Unless you just got lucky. Got a deer on this one. There's a forky there. Okay, so we got 2 forkies on this one. Got one on this one as well. I don't know what's on this one. It's behind the camera. And it's walking away from it. So we won't be able to see that one. And we got nothing in the bottom just yet. It's totally fine. All right, Deegan, I appreciate it, man. What I might do, Deegan, since your method seems to be working, man, what I'll probably do is I'm probably going to keep doing my method for now to see if like keeping level 5s and level 2s as well is going it like helps the great one somehow. But again, if we break 1,000 kills on this one, I'm going to go ahead and say that it didn't work on this grind, and we'll try it a 3rd time. And if we get it sub 1,000 kills, we'll try it a 4th. But if it ends up breaking 1,000 kills or gets close to 1,000 kills both times, then I'm going to go ahead and just say that it just didn't work. And we'll go back to either generic grinding, or I might even try your technique. Especially if you get another great one. Like, if you tell me that you're going for another species, and it's like sub 1,000 again with your same management, then yeah, I'll probably look into it. That's awesome, man. Only 620 out of 5 grinds. That's insane. You might be onto something there, buddy. You might just be onto something. Let's go ahead and pop out the collar. We haven't reached the S yet, but I can now see everything, so we'll call that direction. And we got deer this way, so I'm actually gonna call behind me the 2nd time this time. Call the direction that the trophy came from the other day. We got a forky, a doe. There's bucks chasing these does everywhere. They're just running everywhere. Usually that means it's because there's bucks chasing them. Little forky there. Let's go ahead and check the cameras, see if there's anything new. There's a doe there. She's either being chased by a buck or something there. Can't really tell. Nothing on that camera. Nothing on camera 2. That's sadly not surprising. Camera 2 hasn't really proven too useful this time around. I think that's another forky coming in. Yeah, another forky. I ain't gonna worry too much about him. What's up, Karsten? This is called Deer Hunting Camp. It's about $20 on consoles and PC, so it's a cheaper game, but it's absolutely incredible. You get to make your own food plots, you get to put out trail cameras, and then you finally get to hunt. So it's a really fun game. But you have to be patient though. It's just like real life. You just get up in your tree stand and you just want to watch your fields and trails and just take your time. Hopefully you'll get it like a monster come in. So you definitely don't want to shoot the first deer that comes out unless it's a monster. If you know it's a trophy, just shoot it. But yeah, like little bucks like this guy, just let him walk. Shoot him at the end of the day. So like if your session timer gets past the R, then go ahead and just shoot whatever the next buck is that comes in, or whatever happens to be in your field, because you want to make sure that you at least bring something back, even if it's a doe. Here's something running. Okay, so he's chasing after that doe. I believe it's what he's doing at least. But he ain't nothing interesting. What's that, believe us? It's going good, man. It's going good. Trying to get my first 200 scoring whitetail off of off deer hunting camp, man. I love this game to death, and it's honestly the only hunting game I'm really in the mood for right now. So I hope you're doing well, buddy. Long time no see. Yeah, we are hunting the rut right now. We've hunted for 3 days. 2 of those days we got trophy bucks. One of them we had to take like a medium-sized 8-pointer because we ran out of time. And now we're on day 4, and this is the second day of the rut. So hopefully we'll get some bigger bucks show up again. We are having a lot of activity though. We have plenty of bucks roaming around and chasing does right now. I just haven't seen any like giants yet. Yeah, man, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, let's go, believers! Congratulations, man. Yeah, I'm just dreaming from whenever I hit that right now. I'm very close though. I'm very close to being able to hit 500 though. So hopefully my channel will just take off soon. Just start getting subscribers everywhere. I would love to be at 1,000 before too long. Yeah, I know, believers. I know, man. Like I said, I'm really hoping to get to 1,000 before too long. I mean, like I said, but I'll tell you one good thing, believers. If you didn't see my update on my post section on my channel, we actually did hit 4,000 watch hours, and we needed 3,000 before the end of the year. So we actually exceeded that by 1,000 within a week. So in 1 week, people started looking at my playthroughs again, which is what really helped. I had like a spike of people that decided to watch my Last of Us Part 2 playthrough again, along with a few other ones. And within a week, we went from 1,600 all the way to 4,000. So all we got to do now is hit 500, and I can immediately start super chats, memberships, and and all kinds of stuff. So we're very very close to being able to make this channel like evolve some. I'm also going to be getting a new Discord set up. We're going to be doing we're going to be getting a new banner and icon for the channel. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of cool things happening at 500 subs. Come on, big boy, show us another trophy. I mean, we got plenty of deer in the area, so at least I know that they're active right now. Let's check the trail cameras, see if there's anything interesting on them. Got a little buck on this one. Nothing on camera 1. And nothing on camera 2. So we'll put it back on camera 3 because that's usually where most traffic is. And we'll return to the tree stand. Got a lot of forkies in here today. Just no trophies so far. Yeah, believers, if you're still in chat, man, what you been up to lately? You been doing anything fun? I don't know if you're still here or not. I saw that some people left. I just didn't know if you were still here. Then again, YouTube could be showing me that people left when actually nobody left at all. I think that's just a Forky out there. Yeah, that's not. I think yeah, he's a little guy. Don't gotta worry about him. Dude, I haven't even seen like a small 8-pointer today. This is a. Wait a minute. Never mind. I take that back. There's one. Okay, so we got one of the little 8-pointers. So at least we got a last resort buck here. Still got plenty of time for a trophy to show up. Last time, guys, yesterday, if you will, in the game, our trophy showed up whenever it got to the end. I think it was like right at the end in session whenever the my big boy came running in. So it still could happen any point. You just played Alberta for the first time last night. It was super fun. That's an amazing map, man. Yeah, I love the Ski Ridge. I love it. Is this a PlayStation game? It's an everything game. It's out for all platforms: Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And it's cheap too. It's only $20. But it's more like a hunting simulator, and it actually says that in the game instead of a hunting game. So instead of having like drink zones, feed zones, and everything, the animals have their own AI. They do their own thing throughout the day. So you could go like almost all day long without seeing hardly anything. And then I've even had some days where I didn't see nothing. Like I've had some days where it's like I just see a doe and a buck come through, like a little buck, and that was it. So it's very realistic. You never know what's going to happen. Um, you get to make your own food plot. So you have a property management day where you make your own food plot or plots, if you will. And then you have a scouting day, which is what I'd recommend you doing, and before you set a tree stand. And what the scouting does is that it will place the deer trails and and deer sheds and stuff all over your maps and stuff. And then you want to put your tree stands and stuff accordingly. And so I usually put up my tree stands and my trail cameras in the scouting phase. And then after that phase is over, you then get to hunt your areas. So it's a very, very cool game, and I love it to death. It's very, very realistic, and it's a lot of fun. It does require you to hunt, though. You got to sit in your stand, or you can ground hunt too if you wish, but it's harder. But you can hunt off the ground in the game. But yeah, it's very, very innovative. It's very, very advanced for what it is. I mean, I'm absolutely in love with it, man. It's a great game. It's a very, very fun game, believers. If you haven't seen very much content on it, I do have some shorts and a video on my channel, and then I think Flincher's been playing it quite a bit lately too. So if you're wanting to see what the game's all about and stuff, go back watch my streams if you want to. I have some shorts that I made for it, and I'm gonna be playing this game for a while because I'm absolutely in love with it right now. The only problem is that the my guns are a little bit off center. So like whenever I raise this muzzleloader here, you're actually shooting a little bit higher than you're actually aiming. And then there's a lot of bullet drop and arrow drop in the game, so you have to like everything needs to be kind of close before you pull the trigger. But other than that, though, the game is incredible. I love the idea of trail cameras. I love the idea of making your own food plots and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. And plus, you never know when the trophies are going to show up, or if they're going to show up. Some days it actually does force you to shoot little guys, or maybe not get anything at all, just because you don't see anything big happen. But that's why it's so exciting, is because you just never know what's going to happen. Thank you, believers. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, they've been doing really good too. I think the last short that I put out actually made 1,400 views. So as far as view count is concerned, they've been doing really good. I will let you know though, believers, there is no rare fur colors just yet, and there's also no non-typicals, but they have been confirmed that they are coming to the game, I believe. Um, uh, I mean, unless I'm misunderstanding something, I'm pretty sure that the developers is working on bringing more species, or not species, but more like variations to the antlers, and because even though they have like set racks, they can actually be at like multiple different sizes. So like there is like certain combinations of antlers in the game. So once you've seen them all, you have seen them all. But the thing about it is that it randomizes it every single day, and the size of the antlers are also always different. The antlers themselves are randomized, so you never know what they're going to score. You could end up getting like a 200 rack, but it only score like a 180 because it's not the 200 size. So it's like a really, really cool that way. And then more antlers are coming to the game in the future, including non-typicals, and I'm pretty sure that rare colors are coming to the game as well. Rare fur types. I don't know if new species are coming or not, but I'm hoping they will. I'm hoping that eventually they bring mule deer and a few other ones to the game too, because that'd be really cool. I do believe it's been long enough since I've called, so we'll go ahead and do another couple calls away from the animals that's currently here. Minute now, caller. Caller. Okay, so for some reason it isn't wanting to respond. Where's my caller at? Okay, interesting. I can pull up my binoculars, but whenever I try to call, so I can check the wind, I can do all this other stuff. Why ain't the game letting me call? Guys, we got a bug. I don't know what it is, but it ain't letting me call anymore. I don't know if the game is calling and it's just not showing the animation or the sound. Yeah, the game's not letting me use my caller right now, so we might just have to be hoping for something good to come through on its own because the game's not letting me call for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let me see, maybe if I use the, whoops, wrong button. Wrong button. Maybe if I use the wheel? No? I don't know why I keep raising the gun, guys. I'm not meaning to. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I can't use my collar. So I guess we're just going to have to hunt the rest of the day without using a collar. Still got plenty of time for a big buck to show up, guys. We're a little under halfway through the hunt. Or a little over, I mean. We're a little over halfway done with the hunt. Check the trail cameras, see if there's anything on them. Nothing on the main cam. Nothing here. And there's nothing here. So my guess right now, guys, the reason why there's not too many animals on the property at the moment, I think that the bucks are chasing the does right now. So we're probably not going to see anything for a little while, and then they're probably all just going to come pouring in, is my guess. Usually whenever the game dries up like that, it's either going to be just slow the rest of the hunt, or it's going to end up just all the deer showing up at one time, just coming through. But yeah, I think that they're all chasing does at the moment. Okay, there's that 8-point. And a forky. Which I don't want to shoot either one of them just yet because it's too early still. Can I use my collar now? No, I cannot. I don't know what's going on with my collar. It's just bugged right now, guys. I can't, it ain't letting me use it. I can use everything else, I just can't call. I guess the game's tired of me using the collar or something, I don't know. Thank you, believers. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you too, Rich. Yeah, guys, make sure you guys are liking the stream. Make sure you guys are subscribing if you guys haven't already. As soon as we hit 500, guys, a lot of cool stuff will be happening on the channel, so any subs will be a massive help. Come on, big old buck, show up. Come charging in like that one did. That'd be so nice. If you guys weren't here for our last hunt, we literally were seeing nothing. Hang on, hold the phone. That's a good buck. Guys, we got a big buck. We do have a good deer here. I just can't call. I can't call at him. The game is bugged and I can't call him in. Oh no. We have a monster buck down here and I can't call him. We're going to have to just hope. We're going to have to hope that he decides to come up on his own. We do have a trophy right there, guys. That is a trophy 8-pointer, 9-pointer. Oh no. And the game is bugged. I can't call him. Thank you, believers. I appreciate it, man. Okay, he is coming this way. He is going to come this way. So, oh, he's stopping again. He's playing with us. He's being realistic. He's doing like what deer do in real life. They just kind of piddle around and drive you crazy. Why does the game have to be bugged? I just want to give him one call just to see if he responds. That is such a pretty deer. Luckily, we still have plenty of time to kill him, though, guys. So even if he decides to pass us up, we will still sit here for a little while longer and see if he shows up out of nowhere. But that is our trophy deer for the day. And I'm hoping he comes in. Because I have no way to attract him. Hopefully he's hungry. Awesome, Rich. Sounds good. 440. Let's go. 60 left. Big 60 is all that's left, guys, and we'll be able to hit 500. Have I ever shot a deer in real life? Oh, I've shot many deer in my lifetime, man. I've hunted since I was young as can be. I've only ever got one big one though. I've shot multiple medium-sized bucks, like little eight, like basket rack sixes, and some medium-sized 8 and 7 pointers. And I have one 9-pointer one time, but he was like a little guy. He was like a basket rack 9. But yes, I've shot many does. I've shot several bucks in my lifetime. I've also shot many turkeys and squirrels. My biggest deer that I have is a 8-pointer that is he has 11-inch brow tines, and his tines themselves are about 10 or 11 inches apiece. And he was about 2.5 years old apparently, so he's pretty young still. I just didn't know about it. I killed him opening day of bow season in 2016, and my taxidermist said he would have scored anywhere from 148 to 152. So he was a nice trophy buck. He was and he had almost completely symmetrical antlers. I think the right side his antlers a little bit like lower than his left side, the point at the very front, but the rest of his antlers are actually identical. Guys, we're gonna try this. I don't know if this is risky or not, but we're gonna try it. That was a good broadside shot. I aimed a little bit high. I think we got him. I'm not sure, but I think that he dropped down there because I didn't see him come out. We're going to go check him out, guys, see if we got him. That was a good broadside shot, but I had to aim a little high because I know it's a little bit further than I like shooting. Wait a minute. No, that's a log. I don't know if we got him or not, guys. Like I said, that was a risky shot, but he was giving me such a perfect broadside angle, I just didn't want to pass up on that one. There's an antler shed here. No, that's not an antler shed. It looked like one. The thing is that the blood trails in this game are pretty bad. So trying to follow a blood trail isn't really worth it, in my opinion. I guess we missed, guys. I don't know. I don't see his body anywhere. I mean, you got to learn on the game a little bit. It has some pretty bad drop. There's an antler shed. I don't see him anywhere, guys. I think I just missed. Crap. I mean, I aimed high so just to account for the bullet drop. So, I mean, I should have hit that deer, in my opinion. Let's see, where's my stand? See if I can find a blood trail. So here's my stand. I know that they do bleed on the game, but it's hard to find their blood. There's another deer shed. If we were looking for deer sheds, we'd be leading the pack right now. We do still have time to hunt, guys, but I think in this game, whenever you shoot a gun, I think everything gets scared and actually leaves. Yeah, I don't see no blood. Guys, I think I missed him. That was my fault. He gave me a very perfect broadside shot, guys, but the bullet drop on this game is, like, terrible. So a deer at that distance, you do have to hold a high. So I either hit in my opinion, I think I either hit, like, the very edge of the road, or I shot over him somehow, which I thought would be near impossible, really. But I'm not seeing any blood up here either. Darn. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that I shot too low and hit the road instead of him, or me holding high, I actually shot over him, which wouldn't make much sense considering there should have been bullet drop there. Ah. Alright, guys, that's all I can do. I'm pretty sure I've missed that buck. Shoot. Well, lesson learned. Make sure they are within very close proximity, or make sure they're at least giving me wide open shots instead of over a bluff shot. Oh, that's sad, man. That's sad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to admit defeat, guys. I'm pretty sure I missed that deer. It really did, believers. Like I said, that felt good. Like the shot itself felt really good, but something's happened there. I don't know what it was. Either I hit this little embankment here. This is what I'm talking about. I think that the bullet drop caused me to hit this embankment before it made it to the buck, because I am pretty sure that he was standing right here behind this log. I'm pretty sure there was a log in front of him, and I'm pretty sure he was standing about right here. And that should have been a very easy shot for the muzzleloader. But I've either hit that log or something's happened, because I don't see any blood. The deer's not dead around here anywhere, so... And another tip for you guys, if you do have a deer that runs away, they don't change directions. Whichever direction they ran in, they stay in a straight line until they fall over. So that's how I'm telling you guys that I know that I did not kill this deer, is because he would have been dead in the same area. But we are finding a lot of deer sheds, though. I can't collect it because I've collected the max amount. Unfortunately, guys, this day is going to be a bust. I've scared everything out of the area. We'll just have to try it again. So, on to the late rifle season, guys. I mean, what can you do? There's really nothing you can do. Just admit defeat and keep moving. We only got 2 more hunts left in the season, guys, so hopefully we'll be able to get another trophy. But one of the days is going to have to go without a deer, unfortunately. That's gutting. I mean, I can't... I don't know how I missed that buck. I really don't. That was such a pretty shot. At least to me, it seemed like it was a very pretty shot. But now it's no longer the rut, guys, so using collars and stuff is not going to be as effective, but it still can work. But again, in the feedings stages, like the opening days of bow season and then the final days of rifle season on this game, I don't normally call too much, because most of the animals that come in are going to be coming in to feed. The Yank-Tails and does are not responding to each other. You still can bring them in with a collar, but it's just not as effective. Okay, so the game is letting me call again. At least I know I can call again. Oh, I'm so gutted, man. That was just such a pretty shot. I mean, how did I miss? That was just like right there in his broadside. I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea. It does, believers, it does. Like I said, that's the one complaint that everybody is saying about the game, and I do have to agree with everybody. But again, as long as you make close range shots, you should be fine, no matter what you're using. But yeah, everybody agrees that that's like the worst part about this game is the bullet drop, because this game does have some pretty insane bullet drop on it. Like, I should have been able to just put the bead right on him and make that shot immediately, but I do know that the bullet's going to drop at that distance, but just a little bit. Again, I don't know how I didn't hit him though, because even if it did like have some bullet drop to it, in my opinion, that should have at least clipped him in the spine. Like, even if I shot high, that should have still hit the deer. So I really don't know what happened there, man. I really have no idea. All you can do is just shake your head and go to the next day, man. I will say though that during bow season, if you shoot and miss a deer on bow season, just stay in your stand, because bows do not scare off the animals that are off in the distance. They only scare the animals that are in your immediate proximity. But during rifle season and during muzzleloader season, if you pull the trigger on this game, it does wipe out the entire area, and it takes about 5 minutes in real life time for animals to start showing up again. So, in my opinion, if you wipe out the area and it's like early in the hunt, just stay. But in that last situation where the deer didn't show up until the end of the day, and where I missed, I just quit the day, because the game would have ended before the next deer even showed up. Yeah, I know, man. I know it was a very pretty shot. I don't know what happened there. But the good news is that this time around, we actually do have a scope. And this scope, unlike the other guns in the game, is actually zeroed. So I do know that it'll get bullet drop if it's out there, like as far as that trail out there. But like anywhere between that trail and this trail, anywhere you aim to the deer, it should hit them directly. The 30-06 and the crossbow and also the shotgun have the smallest amount of bullet drop in the game. I don't know why the shotgun doesn't have bullet drop, which it does, but it's like it's a pretty long range shotgun, honestly. I've used it a couple of times. I just don't like using it very much. But I've actually hit a deer that was out there at that tree before with it. Again, I'd rather just use the 30-06 and the muzzleloader. But still. And I would not recommend anybody use the flintlock. In the muzzleloader season, you have the flintlock or a muzzleloader. Just use the muzzleloader because the flintlock does not have a bead. And it makes it really hard to aim. I do love the winter on this game, though, guys. The fact that it's actually snow covered, I actually love it. Any map you guys play in will be in the snow during the rifle season. So it's pretty cool. Alright, let's check our trail cameras, guys, see if there's anything interesting out there right now. So we got a doe on that camera. Nothing too impressive. And if you guys are new to this game, you can shoot the does. It doesn't count for any scores or anything, guys, but you can kill the does and take them back to your starting area and hang them up. So if it is at the end of the day and you can't shoot a buck, just shoot a doe, because at least you're going home with something. That's like the only time I'll ever shoot one, though. If there's even a 4-pointer in my field and it's like the very tail end of the hunt, I will go ahead and shoot him. But yeah. Guys, that is still bothering me. Yeah, he was standing right behind that log. And it's downhill, too. So, I mean, like... Unless, I mean, I guess the bullet could have dropped and hit that little bitty stick that's kind of coming up off that log. But, I mean, I don't even know how that would get in the way, because I was aiming, like, in between the two trees there. Gosh, I really just don't know how I missed that shot. Everything about that shot said you hit. So I don't know. Okay, I'll quit blabbing about it. It's in the past. Can't do nothing about it. Let's get back refocused onto today's hunt. That's all we can do. Believers, every time you come into the chat, all I can hear is Smash Mouth. Every time you come in here, all I hear is, then I saw her face. And now I'm a believer. It's like all I ever hear when you come in. What's up, little dude? How you doing, buddy? Need to add a few more pounds to you and a little bit bigger rack, and I might think you're interested, but you're not. Good news is that if that buck decides to come down the same direction this time, we do have a scope, and it should make it a lot easier. Yeah, believers, I don't know what it is. Every time you come into the chat, that's all I hear. I just hear Smash Mouth. If people could get, like, theme music, like, every time they join the chat, it would play, like, a little theme song. That's what I have behind yours. It really does, Raven. Yeah, the snow looks amazing in this game. Like I said, the developers just nail it, man. I mean, I love every season on this game. I do prefer bow hunting. The bow hunting season, because the way the arrow looks as it's flying through the air and the way it hits the deer is just so satisfying. So bow hunting is my favorite in the game. But I also really love the activity in the rut, because the game really does have the bucks that are chasing the does. They make scrapes. They rub trees. So, I mean, like, it's really cool. Although the tree rubbing animation is very rare. I did see it during one hunt, and I meant to turn it into a short for you guys, but I just completely forgot. But, yeah, the deer do rub trees in the game. They kind of walk up to it, and their heads will kind of bob, so it doesn't really look like that's what they're doing. But, I mean, I couldn't imagine what else it could be. I'm pretty sure, and it's only during the rut, too, so I'm pretty sure that that's the only time you'll see bucks rubbing trees. But I did notice that when the head bobbing does happen, it is besides, like, little saplings a lot of the times. But yeah, they just kind of stretch their little heads out and just kind of go up and down, and I'm pretty sure that's the game's animation for rubbing trees. It's pretty cool. And again, guys, the calling method that I told you guys about, it is no longer valid here. The only time I do the calling method is during the rut. All the other seasons, guys, I just let the deer do what they want to do. The only time I'll call is about halfway through the hunt, just to kind of do something if I haven't seen anything interesting. Or if something big shows up and I'm wanting to try to get them to me. That's like the only time I'll ever call. And again, guys, if you do have a big buck coming in and he's on his way to you, or at least coming in your general direction, don't call it him because he's already coming. The only time that I ever call it a deer is if it's passing me up or going the other direction, and I'll call 2 times in a row and sit and wait for a second. And if he still doesn't, if he doesn't pause and look at you or show you any signs of him being interested, I may call one more time and then I'll just let him go. Because you can overcall in this game and spook animals away, so make sure you guys are being very seldom with your calling. Got a lot of does coming in today. And if you guys notice one more realistic thing, during the rut you'll see a lot more bucks, whereas during the other seasons you'll see a lot more does. And it's actually really cool that way. Like, it captures that perfectly. Like, during the winter I usually see nothing but does and maybe a few bucks here and there, and that's what it does in the game. Like, you'll notice that in this game. We'll kind of have like a decent mixture of both in the springtime, like in the early summer seasons. During the rut, you'll see mostly bucks with just a few does, and then during the winter season, you'll see a lot of does with a few bucks. And I think that's really cool. That would be perfect, believers. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah. Like if I could put like a theme song to somebody where it's like they come into the chat and it plays like a little bitty like tune. For like, but it only plays it once, and it's only during your very first appearance. So if you were to leave and come back, it wouldn't do it again. But it would be kind of funny though. Nothing too interesting going on today, guys. Let's check our trail cameras, see if there's any. Again, this is to be expected during the winter season. You'll see very few bucks, but you'll see a lot of does. But the bucks that you see are usually pretty decent sized ones. You'll see a few forkies along the way, but I have noticed that during the winter time, most of the bucks that I see are going to be little 8-pointers of the giants. This little Spike here, or whatever he is actually kind of a, well, not rare, but just unfamiliar sight. You guys will see what I'm talking about if you play the game. You'll see a lot more bucks during the early season and the mid season than you'll see during this time. But they will still be around. And I've definitely killed some big ones. Like I said, I think my 186 actually came during the winter time. And again, guys, if you haven't seen that short, it's called Think Fast. I'm pretty sure that's my record. If I'm remembering correctly, I'm pretty sure that was the 180 buck. He was like 186, I believe. I should have made him a short because that was my PB. But I didn't know if I'd kill anything bigger. Which I haven't so far, so probably should have done something there. A little forky coming through. I think that's the same one we just saw a minute ago. Bunch of does in the field. Honestly, if this was IRL right now, if I hadn't killed a single deer, and it was already in the rifle season, I am allowed one doe by rifle in my part of the state. So this would be very hard if this was IRL right now. I would probably be already just like this. I'd probably be like this right now if this was IRL. And it was during the winter time and I hadn't killed anything yet. I'd probably smoke one of these does so I can get some meat. But it's a game, so I'm going to keep waiting for the bucks. I'll shoot a doe at the end of the day if we run out of time. Yeah, that's the same thing here, man. In my part of the state, you're allowed I think it's 3 does and 1 buck, and one of the does can come by rifle. And then you're allowed 1 doe with like a bonus archery tag, and then you're allowed 1 doe with a normal tag. So technically it's 2 does and a buck, but you can get a third one with a bonus archery tag if you wanted. Unless they change things up. I don't know if they changed things this year or not. They change stuff about once every couple of years, so I'll have to pull up on my Kentucky Fish and Wildlife and see what my part of the state is allowing this year. My wife has actually not hunted for like the past couple of years, and she decided to get back on the horse this year, and she's going to try to get her first deer killed. I've taken her a couple of times before, and we've had some close calls, but the only time that she ever really had a good opportunity was at a doe when it was in the muzzleloader season, and it was raining, and it ended up getting her cap wet on the gun. And when we tried to pull the cap off to change it out, the deer it wouldn't fire, and I should have let her try it again, but I was afraid where it was wet that it might like spark or blow up in her face. So I told her that we just couldn't risk it. And I went to shoot it out, and it shot the very next time. So I've been kind of upset at myself since then because if I would have let her shot, she probably could have got that deer. But I was just worried that the gun might do something unexpected. So I had to shoot the cap in order to replace it because we couldn't get it off with the we had a pair of needle nose pliers with us, and we just could not get the cap off that gun for some reason. So we had to spook off the deer, and I had to shoot it up into the air to make sure it was going to shoot safely. Yeah, that's been her only chance at a deer so far. So hopefully this year she'll be able to get her first deer, whether it's a doe or a buck. And she says she don't care how big the buck is, she's shooting it, and she don't care when the doe shows out, she's shooting it. The first doe that walks out, she's going to shoot, and the first buck that walks out, she's shooting. So, and I don't blame her. So hopefully she'll get her first this year. Yeah, right, Raven. Get out of here. There is no state that allows that. You joker. That'd be incredible though, but it would be too much. In my family, we don't have that many people that eat deer meat anymore, because of sicknesses that's kind of happened over the years. So my wife and I just kind of try our best to make it one doe and one buck a piece each year. We are allowed three, but we decide just to do two a piece because there's really not because otherwise we have a lot of meat that would ruin. So, guys, I don't know what's going on with today. I don't think I've seen any new bucks or anything just yet. I've just seen the one little forky and the does. I think here in just a minute we may do a couple of calls and just see if we can't get something different to show up because I'm not seeing anything besides just these deer here. No, you're not, Raven. There is no state that allows that. There is states that allow 3 bucks, but so I kind of believe that one, depending on where you are in the world, because there is some states that actually do allow you to shoot 3 bucks. But but the unlimited does, yeah, no, no, I ain't gonna bite on that one. Good try though. Not. All right, we're gonna try some calls here, guys. Just see if we can't get something else to show up. Again, during these seasons, I prefer not to call, just because most deer that come in are gonna be like after food. But we're gonna do about 3. I'll call in the directions that most deer come from. And that'll be about it for now. We'll just let the call rest for a minute. There's a deer out there. Another doe. Maybe one of the does that's already been here today. But like you guys saw in that one hunt and also last hunt, you never know what's going to happen. You could be sitting here for the entire day, and then at the very last few minutes of the hunt, all of a sudden you get a big buck stroll in. So you never know. That's what I love about this game, guys. For anybody that's watching this and is loving it, I mean, this is the part about this game that's actually selling me a little bit more than Call of the Wild right now, is the fact of the mystery, the fact that it feels like you're actually hunting, and getting to control your own property too. I mean, it's just there's everything is in this one game. So that's the reason why we're not doing Call of the Wild this week, guys. We're gonna do this again on Friday. So, like I said, I'm really trying to get my first 200 as well. I can't do it if I'm not playing the game, so we're gonna keep trying to get the 200. And I will be playing this off stream a lot too, guys. So even if we do get the 200, even if it's off stream, I still will probably be playing this game for a while because it's just got my heart right now. I mean, I love Call of the Wild. I will return to it probably next week even. But for this week at least, I'm probably just going to stick to this game because it's all I'm really in the mood for as far as hunting is concerned. I'm just really, really sold on this game at the moment, guys. Oh, goodness. Raven, I'm sorry, man. I don't believe you. I mean, even if you're telling me the truth, I mean, I'm just going to agree to disagree because I've never heard of that before. I have heard of states allowing $3 and like two does, or $3 and one doe, but and I think there's even some states that do 3 and 3, where you're allowed to do 3 does and $3. But I've never heard of unlimited anything, because if that was the case, then hunters would just be killing everything, and there wouldn't be anything left to hunt. So for management's sake, that's the reason why I'm not believing you, is because that would just be over hunting terribly, and there'd be nothing left for people to be able to shoot at. But if you know you're pulling my leg, quit it. Come on, big buck. About a little under halfway done now, guys. Actually, more than halfway, but still. Let's see, is there anything on the trail cameras we should watch for? Now, again, guys, the trail cameras, all they're really good for is just to give you something extra to do while you're waiting. I would not recommend getting out of your stand to chase after any animal that you see, because if you leave your tree stand, for one, you're going to spook anything else that's around you. And for two, especially if you're on console, the only way you can really sneak on the game is by gently pressing up on the left stick. You can tell by the way that the sound effects are if you're sneaking or not. But you have to keep that constant pressure. If you even push up a little bit too much, then the game will think that you're running. And that'll spook anything that's around you. So the best thing to do, guys, is just use trail cameras to see what's out there, but don't go chasing after anything if you see something, because you're going to end up just running everything out of the area. But at least it gets you excited if you happen to pull up your trail camera and see a monster buck walking across. That has happened a couple of times, and it's honestly saved me on a couple of hunts, because there was a couple of hunts where where I was running out of time, and I opened up my trail cameras just to take a peek one more time at the property, and I saw that there was a monster, and I just used the caller to call his way about 2 or 3 times, and before the hunt ended, he actually came in and I got him. So they are helpful in that case. Oh, good grief! Now both of y'all are in it. Get out of here. Okay. If you guys are really telling me the truth, though, let me know the state and the county. And after the stream today, I'll go and look. And if you guys are actually telling me the truth, you are allowed to say I told you so in the next stream. How about that? If you guys are joking with me, then just let it be a joke, because I'm not going to believe it. But if you guys are really telling me the truth, tell me what state and what county you're in, and I will look after the stream and I'll verify if that's true. Or at least tell me the state. I can probably figure it out just by the state alone. But I'll tell you what, if I look it up later and you guys were lying to me the whole time, I mean, I guess I couldn't do anything about it anyways, but I don't believe you guys. I've never heard of a single state doing unlimited anything. Oh, that's a wait. Hold up. Was that an antler or was that a deer? Stupid doe. That doe came through the trees there, and her feet, as they came through the trees, look like massive tines. Or that buck right there. His feet coming through the trees like that, I thought that was massive tines, and I thought that was a monster buck coming in, and it turned out to be that little puny thing. Ugh. Scared me to death. In a good way. I would think you're only allowed $3 and 3 does per person, but no, for some reason I get unlimited does. You live in Alabama? Okay. I'll look in on it. I mean, if you guys are telling me the truth, then I'm that's interesting. Like I said, I've just never heard of a state doing that, so I could definitely be wrong. But yeah, that's interesting. If you guys are really allowed unlimited does, you guys must have like a ton of deer in your population, and that's the reason why the state allows it, is because of management reasons. It should be like you guys might be overrun with deer, and they're trying to manage it by allowing as many does as you want. So yeah, I don't know. I still don't know if I believe you guys, but at the same time, if you really are telling me the truth, that's a very interesting thing about your state. I don't know if Raven is still in the chat. Right now, YouTube is showing me that there's only 2 people in here, which would be me and you. So, if YouTube is telling the truth, then it's just me and you in here, believers. But again, YouTube glitches out all the time for me and tells me there's like 3 people in chat whenever there's like 10. So, but yeah, even my live stream on PlayStation is showing only 2. So I think it's just me and you in here right now, believers. Everybody else, unfortunately, has left the stream for some reason. Hey, I appreciate you sticking around though, man. That is the one thing about this game, though, is that it can be a little bit long, so I understand that people need to leave. Unlike Call of the Wild, where it's constantly shooting stuff and constantly on the move. So live streaming this game is a little bit, I guess, more boring than Call of the Wild is, but whenever something happens on the game, it is exciting. Because waiting for that buck to show up is what it's all about, in my opinion. So it ain't going to discourage me from doing anything on YouTube with it. What's that? I think that's a buck. Yeah, it's definitely a buck, but it's another forky, though. I think it's that same deer. Honestly, I'm thinking that's all the deer I have in my property today. I'm thinking I just have like several does in that one forky because I haven't seen any other buck. I haven't seen anything today besides does in that one little fork. That one like little 4-pointer. It doesn't mean something won't show up at the very tail end of the hunt. I have had that happen before. There's something behind me. Grab the doe. You have a lot of time today. I hear you, man. Yeah, my dad and I are actually building a deck for somebody right now, and we've been working on it for the past 3 days. We've got it on. We've got the deck complete today, but the person still has several other things they want us to do around their house. My dad's a handyman, and sometimes he needs an extra pair of hands, so he's hired me this week, and I think we'll get it all done tomorrow. But I woke up this morning at 7:30 and went and met him at 8. And I worked with him until about 1 o'clock today and made sure I got everything done. He said he could handle the other stuff that he was going to do today by himself. So he said that I can come on home. So. Yeah, I'm happy that that happened though, because it's going to allow me to live stream today. All right, let's see. Let's do about 4 calls this time. We are running out of time, so this is what I call desperate measures time. And basically during desperate measures time, I will do 4 calls. If the game would let me. What is going on? I have that glitch again. I've never encountered this before. But yeah, I must be doing something that's activating the glitch because for some reason I can't call. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the game has like a limit or what's going on. I mean, I've never been limited before and I've barely called at all, so I don't know. Stop it, Mila. Sorry, my dog was chewing on herself. Mila, stop. The game don't want me to shoot anything. Honestly, I don't think it's really shoot anything, believers. I think it's more like call anything. Because I don't know what's going on. I've never encountered this before. Out of all the hours I've spent on this game off stream and everything, today's the first time I've ever seen that bug happen. But yeah, for some reason my caller isn't wanting to work. And I mean, there has to be something I'm doing that's triggering the bug, but I'm not sure what it is. Hang on a second. Mila, quit. I'm sorry. My dog is like licking her paws and chewing on them, so she has an itch. And it is so annoying when she does it because she makes some of the most annoying noises. When she licks herself, it's just like galoop, 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 and then she goes to chew and it's baga, 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 baga. It's annoying as it can be. This game is called Deer Hunting Camp, believers. It's a whitetail simulation game, so it's not a hunting game, it's a simulator. So it simulates actual hunting. As you can tell, it's an actual game that makes you hunt. You get to create your own. You get to create your own map if you want to, which is very complicated to understand, so I've never done it. But you can create your own map. You get to make your own food plots, put out trail cameras, and then eventually get to hunt. And it's a whitetail only game right now, so there isn't any other species besides whitetail. But there's several maps that you can hunt on, and you can set up on them in any way you want to. I will let you know that if you cannot find a place to put your lock-on stand, just skip that part of the scouting phase, and then whenever you get into the hunting phase, there'll be a climbing stand in the back of your car every single morning, and you can actually find a tree and climb as high or as low as you want to be. The game actually does have a climbing stand for you if the trees are like these trees where it's like pine trees, and if they're getting in the way, like every time you put your stand up, it's like this, where you just have like sticks in front of your face. Just quit trying and just use the climbing stand every morning, because that way you can climb up to the height you want to be and nothing be in your way. But yeah, it's an extremely good game. I love it to death. It's definitely one of my favorite hunting games of all time right now. And honestly, I am nearly out of time. I'm not to stream, but I'm nearly out of time to shoot something. So give me 1 second, believers. I had a text I need to reply to, and then I think I'm just gonna take a doe, or maybe that. Yeah, we got that forky coming in again, so I'll probably just shoot that 4-pointer. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, 1 second. I just had to refresh my stream since I was texting somebody. It can throw my stream off a little bit. Alright, where's that forky at? Is he in my field? I missed him. Okay, we got a couple of does in the field. The forky's still out there, okay. We're gonna let this forky actually walk in, and we're gonna take a look around. If there's nothing else, believers, we're gonna have to take the small guy, because I think the only deer on my property today are these 5 does and that 1 buck, because I haven't seen anything else all day. So we are gonna shoot this buck as soon as he comes in. I am gonna keep looking around though. You never know. You could have something to surprise you, but I haven't seen another 8-pointer, nor have I seen any other bucks besides him. So I'm pretty sure he's the only antlered animal on the property today. All right, here we go. He should be easily in range with a rifle. Come on, get centered. Ah, he's moved. I will let you know that also the game does want to carry you a little bit more than you're used to. So whether you're on PC or console, believers, whenever you move your sticks or your mouse, the game will want to carry you a little bit further than where you're intending to be. And there we go. Got a little meat buck today. Nothing too special, but at least it's a deer. At least we're going home with something. Not a very eventful day, unfortunately, today. But that's what I love about the game, is that some days you're swamped in deer, and other days you just don't see hardly anything. And today we had to go home with a meat buck. But I'm happy with that. I'll take a deer over no deer. A deer is better than no deer. So we'll just load this little baby buck in here, and we'll head back to the house and get ready for our final day of the season. What's up, Reed? I haven't touched it since the last live stream, buddy. I've been playing this game almost non-stop. I'm absolutely just in love with this game, so I haven't even touched Call of the Wild. We're still at the same place we left off at, buddy. And we're going to be playing this game again on Friday, because like I said, I'm just loving this game to death. So we'll return to Call of the Wild probably next week. Right now, I'm just absolutely in love with deer hunting camp. He ain't nothing special to look at, so we're going to go ahead and advance to our final day today. You're 30 out 6. We'll do another morning. We'll just do all morning hunts this season. You can't find this game on Xbox. It's called Deer Hunting Camp. If you can't find it on Xbox, it may be just PC and PlayStation, but I'm pretty sure it's on Xbox too. Again, though, I could be wrong, Reed. I was pretty sure, though, it was on all platforms. I feel like my car isn't going as fast as it used to did. What's funny is that I have a little glare on my screen where it's where it's the sun's really bright right now outside IRL, and it's kind of funny because at nighttime, whenever there's no glare on the screen, at nighttime looks very bright actually, and I don't even have to use the flashlight most of the time to get to my stand. So the way I got to my stand right then is usually how I do it. There's something on one of my cameras already. It says there is, but it's gonna be something kind of dark. I don't know if I'll be able to see anything. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to see anything right now. Yeah, believers, there's actually barely anything on this game. This game is a very highly rated game, though. Most people are scoring it in the 80s to 90s range, so everybody loves the game, that's played it. But like I said, the only complaint that people have about it is the ballistics because they are pretty bad in the game. You have to make sure that you have like close range shots and nothing else really, even with the rifle. With the rifle and muzzleloader, you want it to be mid to short range, and then any kind of bow shot, you want it to be like as close as possible. But because there is no rangefinder in the game and stuff. So that's like the only negative the game has. But yeah, there's like nothing online. Like if you search deer hunting camp a game, you'll find the game itself, but you'll find like barely anything on it. Like there's not that many people that have played the game, and it's just now getting discovered. It's been out, I think, since earlier this year, but nobody's like really discovered it until like the last couple of months. The last couple of months, the game has really been picking up popularity. And there's been a lot more people joining in the last couple of months. I mean, like I said, it's not like a new game, but it is a 2025 game. I don't remember the month it came out. I think it was like February, so it's been out for a while now. But since launch, it's underwent a few bug fixes. It's improved the quality of life. It's improved the graphics a little bit. And then I think another one of the updates, it also added more antlers and bug fixes to the game. So it's definitely having some updates, but it's really only picked up traction this past couple of months. I think like at the start of the summer is whenever people really started like discovering the game and realizing how good it was. I think my shortest hunt in this game was actually during our last live stream in this game. I was only in the stand for like 5 minutes. Or excuse me, not 5 minutes, like 5 seconds. Like I don't know what it was, but that's been my fastest buck I've ever killed in the game. It was during our last live stream, I think, for a deer hunting camp, and we just got up in the stand during the rut, and not even 5 seconds into the hunt. Like I guess it was a little bit more than 5 seconds because the sun was up a little bit. It was still kind of dark, but you could see everything though. And the deer just came charging in like at the start of the morning, and it was a trophy size, and I just got him. So that's been my fastest hunt on the game. Like I said, not every hunt is going to make you wait ages, but you never know. This is our final morning of the hunt, though, guys. After this one, I'll have to start a new campaign because this is a final chance to get a trophy. Here's something on this camera. I don't see what it is though. Reed, I cannot say that. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you. I will ask you though. How old are you? But don't get your hopes up. I'm asking for future reference. So, how old are you, Reed? And please do not lie. I need to know the truth. YouTube will also be able to verify your age. So whenever time comes for moderators, I will be setting my preference. And if it turns out that you are not the right age, it will recognize that. Reed, I'm just asking this as reassurance. Please don't joke with me. Are you really 21? I don't, not that I doubt it or anything. It's just a lot of people that are in my channel are children. So I'm just wanting to make sure that you are telling me the truth because I don't want to set my 13-year-old preference and then try to make somebody a moderator and it turns out that they're younger than they told me and they can't be a mod. So I just want to make sure I don't want anybody getting like excited and thinking that I'm going to choose them or anything. For my channel, believers, where most of my stuff is going to be hunting and fishing content, I'm going to make it 13. I prefer you to be older, But at the same time, there is some very, very mature 13-year-olds out there that can handle this game and know it like the back of their hand. So I prefer 13, but I will also do 12 if you're very mature for your age. But again, that's mainly for the hunting and fishing stuff. I do prefer people that's at least 16 or 18 or older is what I prefer. But again, though, if people are really good in chat, if they know the game like the back of their hand, if they're already a YouTuber themselves and they're wanting to help support my channel and me try to support them back, that will help increase things. The best way to become a moderator on my channel, guys, is to be part of the multiplayer streams. Though, at the end of every single month, we do a multiplayer stream where you guys can actually come in and hunt with me. That'll allow me to hear you guys. It'll allow me to hear what kind of personality you have, and it'll allow me to bond with you. So like I said, that if you're wanting to be a mod, the best way to do it is try to be in those streams, or at least be active in chat, trying to help people answer their questions if I don't know the answers to them, and just overall politeness, stuff like that. There's a lot of things that go into my moderation for my channel. Okay, Reed. Well, I mean, that's still a good age, man. So I will consider you for the future, but I can't say anything else. Okay, but I will let you know I will consider you for the future because you have been here a while. So I can't tell you if you're going to be a moderator or not because then everybody's going to be wanting to know who they are. And I want to make sure that whenever I finally do moderators on the channel, that everybody feels special, that everybody gets congratulated for becoming a mod, and that there's going to be no sore feelings or anything. So when the time comes, I will announce who my mods are. It just depends on how much you're in the streams, how much you're in chat, how long you stay in my streams, and your overall personality and knowledge of Call of the Wild or any other hunting game that we play. As far as my playthroughs go, you don't have to have knowledge about them though. That's just something I do for fun. I do hope that they help the channel grow because I do love playthroughs, and that's my second dream is to do playthroughs for a living. So hopefully, if you're the right age to do my 18 plus games, like my Resident Evil stuff right now, and you guys notice if somebody's like very inappropriate in the comment section, you guys will have the right to remove it. But again, though, if it's just like one curse word and it's not like an F bomb or S word or anything, if it's just like an H word or a D word, just let it slide. Because those are 18 plus games, so I'm expecting for a mature audience in those games. And I don't want anybody feeling like they're being called out or being like, well, you let these kind of games out, but you won't let us be us. You know what I'm saying? For hunting and fishing stuff, I don't allow cursing or anything, but for my 18 plus stuff, guys, I mean, I'm expecting for it to be a mature audience anyways, and I'll be a little bit more lenient. So, that's fine, Reed. Like I said, I'll still consider you either way, man. You're here a lot of the time. You seem very educated in the game, so yes, I will still will consider you for the future, just like everybody else. Anybody that's here in my channel that's here a lot of the time and wants to stay and has a good time, and I know they're very educated and have a good personality for it. Even if I haven't got to talk to you IRL or play with you in the game, I will still consider you. So do not be let down if I don't choose you, or be very excited if I do. I mean, like I said, I still haven't made up my mind about the other two people. I do know that I have chose one person, and that's definitely going to be a mod, but I can't tell anybody who it is. But I do have one person that I know I'm going to ask to be a moderator for the channel because they're an OG. It's the only hint I can give, guys. They are an OG, so they've been here since around the start of the start, and they're very, very educated, and they help a lot during the chat and during the live streams when they're part of it. But I can't tell you who they are, and if you take guesses, I'll still say no because I want it to be a complete surprise. But as far as the other two people, there is still two positions available. I am still trying to decide on who I think would be the best fit. Yes, Reed. Yeah, if you can't find it on an Xbox, Reed, it may be just a PC and PlayStation game, which is pretty sad. Hopefully they'll bring it to Xbox in the future because it's a pretty simple game. So I mean, you'd think it'd be for all platforms, but you never know. It may be just a PC and PlayStation exclusive, which again is kind of sad, but I'm hoping maybe in the future they bring it to Xbox if it ain't there. But yes, you got it right, Reed. It is deer hunting camp. But yeah, believers. You and Reed both have a chance at being mods if you're going to be here a lot. I know you have your own channel though, believers. So I mean, like if you're not interested in being a mod for my channel because of that reason, just let me know. I know that some YouTubers would just rather stay YouTubers and not moderate other people's channels. So if you're not interested, just let me know. And I don't know not to consider you. Come on, Trophy Buck. This is my last day to try to get a trophy. I've still got plenty of time. But I was kind of hoping to get another campaign started at least once today, but unfortunately it's been a kind of a slow season for us. I think we've only got 2 trophies that we've seen today. We've killed 1, and I think the other bucks have been like smaller ones. Unfortunately. See, will the game let me call? It will. Well, now the game's letting me call. So I don't know what's going on. I'm wondering if it has something to do with the trail cameras. Because I have noticed that if I go to my trail camera and it's red just after I call, that's usually whenever it's happening. So I think if there's a deer that passes in front of a trail camera as you're calling, it has a chance to make that bug happen. But I don't know. It could just, I really don't know what's triggering it. Believers, that's still okay. I mean, length of stream does matter because I want people to be able to be there to help answer questions if I don't know the answers to them and stuff like that. So honestly, just as long as you like attend my streams a lot, like it doesn't matter how long you're in them, as long as you're somebody that's like a constant, someone who's always coming back and is always like willing to help answer questions I don't know the answers to, and you're very mature for your age, which you have been. Like I said, you are somebody I would consider. So, because you got to think about it, not everybody's going to make it to every single stream. So I do need to have at least a handful of mods, so that way the people who are not able to make it to the streams, there'll be hopefully another moderator or 2 that will. So, like I said, I am going to have a big surprise for you guys about the moderators whenever we hit 500. So, but I still got some studying to do. So whenever we hit 450, whenever we hit 450 subscribers, I am going to be doing a lot of Google searching and really learning how to do Discord properly and safely. I'm going to be learning how to add mods and make sure that they're just moderators for chat and not anything more. Stuff like that, guys, to make sure that my channel is operating the best it can possibly operate. Because whenever I add moderators to the channel, I want to make sure that I add the right people. And I want to make sure that I add the right amount of people. Because there is some mods right now that I would love to make moderators, but they just don't come to the channel much anymore. So I actually already had my 3 made up earlier this year, but then they stopped. The 2 of them stopped coming to the streams. And one of them, unfortunately, hasn't been coming to the streams very often, but I'm still going to make him a mod because he's here at least some of the time. So that's the reason why the other 2 are no longer like decided, is because those 2 people are like barely even coming to the streams anymore. Or at least they're not part of the chat. Like I said, you guys have to be part of the chat for me to see that you're here. Because it doesn't tell me who is in the chat. It just shows how many people. So, like I said, you have to be an active participant in chat or else I won't be able to tell how often you're here. I don't know, Reed. I don't normally subscribe to people because my YouTube channel is also my personal YouTube channel that I use to actually watch content on YouTube with. And for that reason alone, I don't normally subscribe to anybody unless it's like my favorite YouTubers. But I will tell you, if you post a video and you want me to go and watch it, let me know about it, and I'll see if I can make time for it. No promises though, as I'm a very busy person IRL. But like I said, if I do have time to go and view your videos and stuff, I will get on there and like give general commentary. Or if there's a day that you'll be live streaming, let me know if you want me to pop in and say hi. Again, it's not a guarantee that I'll be there, but if I have time to come to your live streams, I'll try to come in and say hi to you. Like I said, I will support you guys as much as I can, but as far as getting me to subscribe to your channel, it probably may or may not happen. It just depends on how big your channel gets, how good your content is, and stuff like that. Again, most of the people as far as Call of the Wild in this game goes, Flinter and Scarecrow are my 2. They're the only people I'm subscribed to because I've been following them for years. But like I said, I may branch out in the future. Just depends. You know what I'm saying. I don't want to clutter up my channel with too many subscriptions, because then it becomes too hard to keep up with everybody. And then everybody be wanting to ask me to subscribe to them as well. So, like I said, that's another reason why I don't do it, is because I don't want everybody wanting me to subscribe to them at one time. But, like I said, though, if you have a video that comes out, if you have a stream that's going to happen, let me know ahead of time, and I'll see if I can make it, okay? Oh, what's up, King Crab? Standard moderators, all right, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I knew that already. I just wanted to do some studying on it to make sure that I know exactly what I'm doing when it considers it, man. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate the reassurance. Glad to see you in the stream too, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet, King. Is it your baby? Is it your baby, or are you watching somebody else's? I think that's a doe out there. I don't see any. I don't see any points coming over the horizon, at least. Oh, come on. We got 2 trophies, and then I think we've all. I think we got them. We have one day that was empty because we missed a trophy, and I think all the other bucks that we've got has been like meat bucks because we've ran out of time. This has not been a very profitable season, but at least we got 2 trophies. My best season I've had so far, guys, is I got 3 trophies and 3 8-pointers. That's been my best season so far. It was off stream, unfortunately, and it was on PSR Pines, but that one was my best one. And that short for I think fast came from that season. It was a very, very fast season too. Oh, that's awesome, King. Is it a newborn, or or how old is your baby? Congratulations, by the way, man. Whether she's a newborn or not, congratulations on it. I didn't know you had a kid. I couldn't be producer of my 2-year-old. He's been awesome. If the newborn. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's so. You just answered my question, by the way. But that's really cool, man. That's beautiful. I love that you have a family, man. Yeah, it's always so much better whenever like you have like an older child that's really good with your baby. I know there's been so many parents I'm sure that just had troublesome kids that just they're jealous over the baby, feel like they're going to be losing attention or something, and they just don't know how to treat them. So I'm really happy to hear that they're getting along well, man. Also, welcome to the stream, buddy. Make sure you like it for me if you want to, so that way more people can find us. But yeah, it's been awesome having you, buddy. Glad to see you here today. We only got about 15 minutes left in the stream, but we'll see what we can't do with it. It's about a month. You have a 2-year-old as well. That's awesome, man. Congratulations on that, buddy. I will be respectful of your privacy, but if you want to let me know, if you want to let me know if it's a boy and a girl and what the name is, you can. But if you don't want to let that out in public, I understand. That's beautiful, though, man. That's beautiful. We do have a meat buck right here, guys, that we'll take if we need to. It's another one of those little 8-pointers. Like I said, that's the one buck that I do like shooting if nothing else comes in. But yeah, unfortunately, this season was not a very profitable one. We got 2 trophy bucks, and then we got 2 meat bucks. And then we unfortunately missed a trophy on one of the days, and that blew the area out because it was during muzzleloader season. So we had to bite the dust on one days and didn't get anything on it. Let me see. I got a text real quick, guys. One second, guys. I just gotta respond to a text. Alrighty. Let me just refresh it. 8 likes on the stream. Awesome, believers. Yeah. I think the most likes I've had on the stream so far was a 20 something, if I'm not mistaken. And then the most people I've had in the stream at one time was 36. Sadly, only 2 people from that stream subscribed, but we had like 36 people in one of my Call of the Wild streams. It's always kind of like a bummer whenever you have that many people in the stream, but nobody wants to sub, but they're still watching. So all you can do is just cross your fingers they'll come back one day. Or it could have been bots too, I guess. You never know. Uh, all that's left is moving from Baltimore. I'm going up to Maine with my wife and kids. Bigger house, more space. Oh, that's awesome, man. Wish you best of luck with that. The 2-year-old is a boy and the newborn is a girl. The 2-year-old is Henry and the newborn is Savannah. Dude, that is so awesome. But I'm gonna tell you something else that's kind of cool. My wife's name is Savannah, except that my wife's name is spelled with an H at the end. But yeah, man, your baby girl has the same name as my wife. That's awesome. Just spelled a little bit differently. Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Congrats on your two little ones, buddy. We just got a fur baby is all we got. Maybe in the future we might think about something else, but for right now we just got a little fur baby. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've mentioned Sav a few times in my channel, but yeah, yeah, you named your baby girl not after my wife, but you named her the same name. That's pretty cool. Guys, we are slowly running out of time. I think that this season is going to end with only 2 trophies today, unfortunately. Like I said, the most trophies I've had in one season show up is 3 of them, and I was able to get all 3. I was really wishing I was live streaming that one because that was such a good hunt, and it also gave me my PB at the very end with that 186 buck. But yeah, hopefully. You never know. We still got time. I mean, the big boy can still show up anytime now. We have all the way until it gets to the R. When the white bar gets underneath the R, that's whenever I have to shoot anything. If there's the 8-pointer I want. If we don't get a monster show up, there's the buck I'm wanting. It's kind of tempting to go ahead and shoot him and end the season, but we have about 10 minutes left in the stream, which is about the same amount of time that's probably left in this hunt. So we'll have to see where it ends up at. Oh, I hear you, King Crab. I hear you, man. I mean, I wouldn't have thought about the name anyways. The wife is always right. You know what I mean, buddy? Like that buck right there is the one I'll be wanting, but it's not late enough. I haven't checked my cameras in a while. See if there's anything on them. Believers, let me put it this way, man. If you're feeling like something more action and fast paced, if you're wanting something to be like really locked into, do Call of Duty. If you're wanting to kind of chill and just kind of have a good old time, do Call of the Wild. Of course, you won't know until time for your stream to happen, but that's what I'd recommend you doing. I'm not too big on watching Call of Duty stuff, but I used to be. When I was in middle and high school, Call of Duty was what I did a lot of the time. Hold on, puppy. Go on. Go on, Mila. No. Just a few minutes, baby, okay? I think my dog needs to go outside, but we only got a few minutes left. Sorry, guys, I'm responding to my wife's texts. She was texting me about dinner tonight. All right, King, I'll see you later, buddy. Hope you have a good night, man. You're always going to say Call of the Wild. I hear you, buddy. It's a good game, no matter what you feel like doing. Especially if you're grinding. If you're grinding, then it's pretty fast paced either way, but. Yeah, little 8-pointers down there in the valley. I went a little forky down the valley. Getting close to crunch time now. A trophy could still show up anytime, but you never know. It's been a long sit. These couple of hunts been. The first one was really quick, but these last couple of hunts hasn't been a very fast hunt at all. I'm thinking we're gonna have to end up shooting the little 8-pointer here because I haven't seen any other bucks in the area beside that are a shooter besides him. I'm hearing something on this camera, but I think it's going away. No, it's still sticking around. But I ain't going to, because I don't know if he's going to come out in front of the camera or not. Alright, guys, I believe we're going to go ahead and just shoot this one, because I haven't seen anything bigger, and we're running out of time on the stream anyways. See if he stops for us. That'll work. Just to make sure that we get a pretty decent little buck today. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything else show up. Usually, if a trophy animal is going to show up, guys, it usually shows up from right before the R. So if it gets to the R, then you've pretty much seen everything that you're going to see. But sometimes you can get surprised. So this could be a bad idea, it could be a good idea. But either way, I'm ready for the season to end because the stream is almost over for one, and for two, that was a long sit. I'm ready to move on to something different now. Where's he at? Did I run him over? I probably ran that deer over, sadly. Where is he laying? There he is. He was hidden. This car really does feel like it's going slower than usual. I don't know if I've got some stick drift in my left stick and it's like not sensing that I'm pushing it up all the way or what's going on, but it's my special edition Spider-Man 2 controller, and it's had some stick drift in the past, but it kind of fixed itself. It hasn't really been having it lately, so I don't know. Nice little 8-pointer to end things on. I'll take that for a season. Not a really bad season, but also not a really good one either. It's kind of just a mid-season. 2 trophies and I think 3 meat bucks, so not terrible. But either way, guys, unfortunately, we got 5 minutes left. That's not enough time to even start a new season or anything, so I'm going to have to go ahead and end the stream here. Hopefully, you guys had a great time today. We had 2 exciting moments with 2 really big bucks and missed 1 really giant one. Luckily, he came back a couple of hunts later and we got him. But make sure you guys like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys Friday for more deer hunting camp. And tomorrow, guys, Resident Evil Part 2 will release tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if anything happens on here, you can guarantee I'll be putting that into a short as well. But I'll talk to you guys. Yeah, I will, man. I will, believers. I definitely will, buddy. But anyways, make sure you guys like, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys Friday. And I love you all for all your support. I'll see you guys soon.